What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is A2D Wednesday nights, 10-9-8 talk, Phillies misery. We got it all for you tonight. Sixers, Eagles, nobody wants to come here. That's what they claim. We'll talk about it.
I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
Yo, welcome in, everybody. It's A2D Wednesday nights, only on A2D Radio. Every Wednesday, brought to you by our doc. Make them yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, locations in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, well, not as always, in most cases, Rob Brinkman, Ryan Elizik, Greg Mwakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. You can catch Brink on other shows, Eagles Talk being the one, but going to be jumping on with us. Did you take a picture?
I did.
Right? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, what? You get a selfie? You know what I mean?
Am I that
you're not letting anybody know. You're coming in hot.
He's
Unbelievable.
got to update the profile picture, man.
Unbelievable. We'll talk about tonight. We're content, according to Dave Dombrowski. Eagles talk, obviously. The search for an offensive coordinator is going to continue here. Diana Rossini reports that are coming out, man. I mean, people are running with them, and I think there's some bullshit reports coming out. We'll talk about it. We'll break it down a little bit. We act like nobody wants to come here now. This is what we're doing. All right, knock it the hell off, okay? Knock it off. We'll break it down a little bit. Sixers struggling at home, struggling overall, not playing good basketball as of late, and a big part of that is Tyrese Maxey hasn't played well. But in a positive note, Tyrese Maxey is an all-star starter, ties into our poll question. Now an all-star starter, Tyrese Maxey deserves a superstar whistle from NBA refs. Agree? Disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, this tonight. I mean, absolutely. I mean, he deserved it just as an all-star. Right? He deserved it last year, and he really deserves it this year. And the fact that, he isn't getting it or getting them at all, really, in my opinion, is sort of wild. So I don't know what else you need to do to get more whistles, right, than what he's doing. He takes it hard to the cup. He does those things. So I don't know. I watch guys that have slower games get more whistles. Maybe they can't see him. Maybe he's too quick for him. But when a smaller guy goes in amongst the trees and goes in hard, I always felt like those guys deserve calls, especially when you're playing a superstar level, and he deserves. Now he hasn't played well over the last 5-6 games. It's a big part of why we haven't played well, but he's still young, right? He's still young. You're going to go through these little times throughout the season where you have your little ruts. But he'll figure that out. But he absolutely deserves. I'm not telling you every call. Like you're LeBron in your prime, right? But he deserves a superstar whistle for sure. I mean, I don't even know if it's up for debate anymore. So I agree. It's an easy poll. I mean, it's just like hey, write it down. Lock it in. Anybody disagree with it? Like, we can literally do that and just start talking Sixers. Like, if somebody disagrees, we'll debate it. Let's go. I'm looking for one of these.
Oh, man, I think that Maxey's deserved the superstar whistle for a few years at this point, man. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Considering some of the foul calls that guys flop all the time. Maxey doesn't flop. When he gets fouled, he gets fouled. He just, for whatever reason, I don't know if he's smaller and people think he's, just bouncing off of guys that are bigger than him or whatever it is. But he's quick. He gets to the rim. He gets in spots that a lot of guys can't get to. And for whatever reason, he doesn't get rewarded for it a whole lot, which kind of sucks. So he starts getting that whistle, man. You can start potentially looking at him to, obviously if he shoots well, putting up some insane numbers on a nightly basis.
I mean, whether he gets it or not, I guess depends on if the ref has his player prop on that particular game, based on what I'm saying in professional sports these days. I mean, really, I hate saying it, but that's kind of what it is. I mean, he's definitely a superstar. I mean, he's starting in the All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game, guys are grandfathered in like crazy in that. But like once you get in, you're in for life. It's like the mafia. So he's definitely regarded by both his peers and the fans as a superstar. And that should be all you need to know as a ref to, blow the whistle every now and then. I'm just starting to watch the Sixers. I watched them against the Suns. Wasn't the best game. I mean, you got Paul George and Joel Embiid in street clothes. That doesn't help at all. But a little side topic. I mean, Edgecombe is a perfect complement to him as well. I mean, now he doesn't have to guard. He doesn't have to guard the two guard. He can guard the wall. He should be doing, and they both can really run point, which is great. And I bury Daryl Morey a lot because I think he sucks, but he could have easily taken the low-hanging fruit of Ace Bailey there and totally justified it. And he did good. He made the right call there. And Sixers are fun. I mean, I don't know how far they're going to go. Looks like the Cavs are legit again, and the Pistons look like they're legit. But past that, I don't know what's going on in New York. You kind of had this Giannis trade cloud over the league, and now it kind of went away. So I don't know what's going on with that. But if he goes to the West, that opens it up even more. Like the Magic, like the Sixers, I'll take the Sixers over the Magic in a playoff series. So it should be fun as we transition here to winter sports here as we wind down the NFL.
Yeah, I go back a couple of weeks ago when we beat the Knicks, right? The end of that first quarter there when we beat them in MSG. Jalen Brunson comes down, gets a ticky-tack foul called on him at the end of that first quarter, right? He gets a ticky-tack call because, Jalen Brunson's a NBA-made superstar, and he gets that call. Tyrese Maxey comes down the other end, gets absolutely hammered, and no call, right? And so that's kind of like, that to me has got to change, right? Like you said, Tom, not every whistle, but yeah, I mean, he's got to get that call.
Yeah,
he's not out there flopping. He's going to the hole hard.
Yeah, I don't need Harden calls, right? Like I don't need how like James got everything. Like that's not what I'm begging for, man. But when you're little, he's not little, he's the same size as me. But when you're little NBA wise, and you're willing to take it hard to the cup, shit, man, that's always been something that deserves a call. And I think there was a time where Allen didn't get enough, not doing that tonight, right? But I think there was a time. And the funny thing about the Sixers, you brought VJ Brinks, and it's such a different vibe. And I talked about it and ending last season, transitioning into the draft, that you can have it both ways, right? If you hit the pick, right? If you hit the pick, you can have it both ways. You can be in an air quote rebuild with young players while you have a couple older guys that max deals that are still good enough to win you games, right? So you can have it both ways as these kids grow, Maxey, VJ, etc. And we're getting that. And when we talked about the Phillies pre-show, and you talk about the Sixers, if you would have asked me 2 years ago, what team would I be willing to fork out money for a season plan of some sort? It would have been the Phillies, no question about it, right? It would have been the Phillies. I just put a deposit down for Sixers tickets next year, because it doesn't matter about Joel. It doesn't matter about Paul George to me. It matters about VJ and Maxey. That's what matters. That's the future. So I'm willing to go spend the money to watch the kids because I know they're good enough to win now too. Like, it's not just like, oh, they're young and we're going to watch them grow like the process. No, they're good enough to win right now. They're hungry guys. They're hungry cats. I'm telling you, man, when he flew him in, all reports are VJ was being taken. When they flew VJ in to meet Maxey, that's because they didn't fly him in to meet Joel. They didn't fly him in to meet Paul George. They didn't fly him in for anybody but the leader of this basketball team, which became Tyrese Maxey, with Joel Embiid. Credit to him, said, here you go, because I just want to win. Here you go. And that guy has to vibe with VJ. So they vibed. They were the same mentality. They just wanted to get better. Hence VJ's shot already. Just wanted to get better. When you have those two types of guys, I'm willing to go drop $4K next year on 21 games. Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. And it's just a vibe around the team. Like Bone is a good young player, right? And it's just a vibe
for sure. Yeah,
and they seem like good kids. And I'll find out how good of kids they are when I got cast down there February 11th pregame, courtside for shoot around. We're gonna find out how nice the guys they are. Day after the guy's birthday, we'll find out. But but forget that because I don't care about that. I care about on the basketball court, and their work ethic is what matters to me. And if the work ethic and it translates to the court like it has for those two, I'm down with that. I love the game of basketball, right? And I love other sports like just as much. It's weird. Like Sixers always been like 1 or 2 for me when they're playing. Like when they're playing, they're 1. They're 1 over the Flyers for me. So it's not ranking your teams. It ranks your teams when they're playing. Like when the Eagles are playing, yeah, I'm gonna watch the Eagles once a week if the Sixers playing. But I got we all got a last button. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going back and forth because that's my team. But there's nothing better than being down there. It's unlike other sports. Obviously, Flyers great being down there too, right? But there's something about being in the Wells Fargo Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Yeah,
when they're good, it's a vibe.
It is.
It's a vibe.
And Tommy, I bet you a lot of it might stem from the unfinished business we had with Allen Iverson, right? Getting there, that was in our heyday, right? That was our heyday. And we never got over that hump. And so you're right. You get a bunch of kids that now, play the right way and are exciting. And you believe you want to jump back in because you want that vibe. I know I was down there almost every game in the playoffs back in in that NBA Finals run, and you're right, it was awesome. It was a basketball city, right? We always talk about this.
Has been.
It's a basketball. It's one of the more underrated basketball cities, not just NBA, but college obviously as well. Like when they're going good, when a Philadelphia city team is going good basketball wise, the city is a buzz.
It really is. I listen. I love watching. Like I said, I love watching the kids play. And I think it's even connects more to me knowing like, dude, I got a 19-year-old kid here. I got a 5-year-old, and that literally is his like guy. That's like his guy, and what a guy to be a guy of. Like what if you're picking guys, like VJ's a good pick. Nothing given to VJ, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the work ethic, when the work ethic comes easy because it's natural in your DNA. Hear what I'm trying to say. And that goes same thing with Tyrese Maxey. When you had to fight a little bit more, right? When you had to do extra to get better, and that's in your DNA, it's going to continue. Like you didn't come into the league as just a great player, right? You have to work. You know what I mean? And those guys put it in. Not saying other guys don't. We're just talking about those two guys. We know they do because every year Tyrese's game's gotten better. Every goddamn year, every all season he comes back with something new. That's all you need to know. BJ,
our max guys are doing. Paul George and Joel Embiid. They're doing an excellent job of reading the room, seeing that it is those two. Like Maxey has the ball, VJ has the ball. We're seeing less of Joel. I mean, he's always going to stand around the 3-point line, which I can't fathom when you're that talented in the post. But I guess that's just what guys do now, and I'm just going to have to learn to live with it. But
especially guys with no knees, right?
Yeah,
that's the
he'll go down low on anybody. Like anybody smaller than him, though. I've noticed recently, like since he's been healthier, he gets his ass right in the paint. Like he wants the basketball. If a guy's like he's going up against like a 6'9", 6'10" guy. He wants the basketball, like in the paint. Yep. But if he's going up against like a bigger guy, to Brinks' point, as he's coming back here, per se, he'll hang out there. But they haven't figured out in the fourth quarter who their guy is.
Yeah. Because
Tyrese, it's weird. Like I feel like he has trouble creating his own shit in the fourth sometimes. So like, you need Joel in the post, and then you need VJ, but they just don't know who to go to at times and read the room. Like the other day, VJ was 4 for 5 from the field. I forget what game it was, and I'm like, "What? We lost." Like,
what? That was the second Cleveland game.
Yeah, and Tyrese was like 7 for 25. And I'm like, dude, I love you. Read the room. Guys 4 for 5. You know what I mean? You can look up at that. You can look up at the top and see that on the board. Like you guys all can see that. And you got 100 guys behind you. You got 100 coaches behind you. Like nobody sees that. I see it at home. Guys 4 for 5. What do we maybe give them the ball a little bit more? So, but that's basketball. You're gonna have those nights. You know what I mean? So I'm not.
Yeah.
But they've had a rough stretch here for a minute, but they're overall fun to watch.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 of their last 4 of their last 6, something like that.
Yeah, or 5 of their last 6.
I think it's 4 of the last 6 that they've lost. So either way, not great. Funny thing is, Embiid's looked pretty good in this stretch. He's got a couple games with like 30 plus his last few games. So even if they're not winning, it looks like he's got his legs back under him again. So once they figure out how to, manage these minutes and who gets the ball when, like whether you're going to go with the hot hand or if you're going to force feed one guy, honestly, I'd rather go with whoever's feeling good that night. Because again, you got 4 different guys that you could count on right now to go score the basketball. Yeah. Right. And even some random nights, you might be able to get Oubre or Grimes in there too. It's like, look, if somebody's hot, give them the basketball. Right. It doesn't have to be like, oh, hey, we have to make sure that like a couple years ago when Embiid touched the ball in every single possession. Now, obviously, he deserved to touch the ball every single possession because he won MVP or was in an MVP conversation. But like you don't have a guy right now that needs to be that. Right? Obviously, Maxey can be that guy, and because he's an all-star starter, he's playing like that guy. Right? But if he's a little bit off like he was last night, then give it to somebody else. Give it to your other proven guys, right? Or give it to somebody who's hot. Just make sure that you're, find the open guy. What's wrong with a couple swing passes? Find the open guy for an open shot, right? Because Maxey or Embiid or even like Paul George, if he's feeling good, those guys are going to get double teamed if they got the ball in the right spot. Someone's going to be open. So keep moving the ball around. Again, they'll figure it out. The NBA has really only been happening for like 3 weeks. I know it's been longer than that, but like the unofficial start is Christmas. So it's only been like 3-4 weeks, right? As long as you got it figured out by April, we're fine. Because again, I'm not afraid of the East. If you're looking good come playoff time, go make a run.
Greg, I'm not scared of the East at all.
I mean, they're 6th right now. They got to stay out of that stupid play-in tournament. I think that would be a huge win.
Yeah,
off of last season.
Yeah,
being in the top 6 in an East that everyone's kind of the same.
Yeah,
Pistons have kind of ballooned out a little bit. Well, they got Cade, and then Tobias put them over the top, but he couldn't put the Sixers over the top.
I mean, like, look, if you go on a bit of a run here, you could be in you're 3.5 games out of the 2 seed. So like, it's not like you're, missing anything.
There's middle or they're compressed, right?
It's all right there. So you go on like a 5 or 6 game win streak, couple guys drop a couple games, and you're right there. So.
Yeah, the East is wide open.
And this is 9 in a row at home, right?
I think so.
9 in a row at home.
I think it's 9 in a row at home.
The Rockets come in tomorrow.
So, I mean, got to defend home court if you want to be out of the play-in tournament. So this is a critical stretch. I'm not critical, but
I mean, like after
Houston, New York, they're the last 2. But
then you got like a easier stretch here.
Well, 6, you go to Charlotte, come back for 3 more. So, there's your 9 games at home.
So what, 9 of 10 at home then?
9 of 10 at home.
Yeah. You can't convince me the Sixers don't play like 17 games at Charlotte per season. I know they don't, but it seems like they're always playing at Charlotte on like a Tuesday night. Just the most random place in the world to be.
It seems the NBA does like.
I don't love their schedule coming up either.
I like it. Like obviously, your next couple games are like relatively hard. I guess you got the Rockets.
I mean, like the days, the times, like not a lot of weekends going on here. Well, what do they play? I'm not
tomorrow.
getting the schedule.
Then you go
It's the
Saturday.
No, I see
afternoon.
I see the next 5. I see through
Okay.
129, but that's all I was getting.
But it's
And then
weird.
New
It's weird
Orleans,
for the opponent too, when they're
Saturday.
going to be on the road.
Next set,
So
2 Saturdays.
All
works
right, they
both
play 2
ways.
Saturdays in a row. All right.
Yeah,
That's
they
a night
play
game.
this
It's a
Saturday. They
7:30
play the Knicks on ABC. And then next Saturday they play the Pelicans.
The one loss on this last stretch that like kind of bugs me is the second Cavs loss.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
You know, because you got blown out at home.
Mm-hmm.
You got boat race, and I know it was a close game, but and Tommy, that's the game I think you were talking about. You know, Maxey wasn't well, and you had other options there, VJ being one of them, and then you lose that game close. Like you can't get swept at home by the same team after getting blown out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you have to have a response.
He was 9 for 23.
Yeah.
And VJ was 4 for 5.
Yeah.
But they were both minuses. Like plus minus. They were both minus, VJ and Tyrese. Like looked like PG and Joel were having good games. Joel had 33. PG had 14, but he was 6 for 12 from the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's tough
I mean,
too.
there's only one ball. There's only one ball. So I mean, with the 4 of them on the court, they're going to have to figure it out. I think it's Maxey's team, and if you need a bucket down the stretch, it should go to Maxey. I'm a big proponent of the guard getting the last shot. But Joel gets the superstar. Joel deserves the superstar whistle, and he gets the superstar whistle.
Donnie, what's up, Don?
What up, Don? I to be honest with you, I didn't think that, like, full transparency, I didn't think there could be that many white guys in a draft that hit. So not that I didn't respect the game. That's fair. It's like, all right, we're gonna have like 2 or 3 white guys in the lottery, and they're all gonna be good.
I can't see it.
They're all Larry Bird. Like what? Okay, sure. You know, so that's the only one that kind of got me. You know what I mean?
I watched
Hey,
it recently. There's all his 3 other brothers are on the same high school team.
Yeah, it's fun.
And then his cousin's a D1 player as well. Like, what the hell is in that family?
I don't know. I wanted known. I wanted Khan.
Basketball.
I wanted Khan. Now I wanted him over VJ, so I'll take the hit on that because VJ is like the better player, the more athletic one. But I did want Khan, so I want that.
No, Con fits if Joel's 27
Mm-hmm.
and healthy.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's just like, and VJ does too. But I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
Con fits if you have like a superstar, like a true superstar. Where Tyrese is growing to that superstar level, right? He's growing. Like Joel, healthy is a superstar. Like even now, like healthy is a superstar. I mean, like that Cavs game was 33 points in 33 minutes. I mean, it was a fucking point a minute, plus 9. So like when he's good, he's good.
He's still the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. When he's good, he's good, and he seems to have more. Like I know people are killing his defense, and I get it, but his defense is 100 times better than it was to start the year. So
yes,
it's not enough for debate. So if it keeps trending that way, playoff time, or as we get closer to the end of the season, you'd expect a fully healthy Joel Embiid in terms of those types of things. And I think when that comes back, that's the game changer for us.
Yeah.
Because then we have 3 guys who can really defend the paint. And you got fouls to give, right? So you got 3 guys who can defend the paint with fouls to give. It's a good problem in the playoffs. I'm not crowning it. I'm just saying, like, Bona's good. Like, for what his role is and what he's expected to do. He's a good young player. Him getting minutes last year helped his growth this year. No question about it. I'm not crowning him. I'm just saying he's really good rebounder. And not perfect, but he's a good rebounder, really good shot blocker, and just athletic. So
yeah,
those types of things, good offensive rebounder, and just one of those like grinders, as you can tell, like effort guys. And not really a dog on a hardwood floor either, which is good. He is at times, but not as bad as like Paul Reed was.
I was going to say, B-ball Paul. Where did B-ball
Oh
Paul
my
at?
God.
My boy's out the mud somewhere. I don't know.
And Andre is going to grab 100 rebounds. So where his defense isn't that great, but he's gonna absolutely out rebound you. And he's better offensively. He's more willing to do some things offensively where you can justify playing them like that. Like if a guy can hit a corner three at times when you're spaced out, like that's a fun thing to have from a big fella. So he's not terrible at it. Anywhere else on the court, he should never shoot, which is amazing. Like you can hit the corner three, but you can't hit the three straight on. Right?
Robert Horry.
Yeah, like what? Okay. You're 6'10. All right. But he rebounds the shit out of the ball. So they're good there. You know, I think some of it's Kelly coming back and them sort of trying to figure things out too. You got Kelly back, you got Trenton Watford back. So you get those two guys back and you're trying to navigate, you know, how your rotations are. So I could see how you go through this little stretch too. Not making excuses. Too many games at home to lose. Can't lose 3 out of 4 at home. I'm sorry.
No.
You know, that's all. There's my rant when it comes to the Sixers. They're fun to watch.
Don,
fuck you and fuck and your goddamn Pistons can kiss my ass. Go ahead, Brinks. Sorry. Love you, Don.
I mean, I just looked at his boy's stats because like I don't care about the Hornets. I don't know what they're doing.
He's good.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, Con can play.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Con Bird.
Con can play.
Con can nipple Bird.
Connie
usually
Bird.
usually those white Duke guys are not hits.
Imagine
Great
2 of them. That's why I said when people were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Cooper and Con," I'm like, "Knock it off." There's no way 2 white guys from Duke are coming and setting the world on fire like the Bird Larry in his prime. Knock it off. Like 1, sure. You know what I mean? 1. That's why I'm like, I got to stay away from the 2 white guys. Like,
I don't even know. Is Cooper Flag killing it?
He's good.
He's doing all right.
He's getting better.
He's good. He's not like
I like he wouldn't have been the
great-
consensus #1 overall pick in a different draft. Let's just say that.
put it like
What a
this.
rip
I'll
job
give you
that
this one.
was, though.
If VJ shot like he shot now in college, VJ's the consensus #1 overall pick.
Probably.
Yes.
That's
In a
really
guard
his,
league.
that's really
In a guard league. Yeah.
Because he didn't. That was the knock, right, Tommy? That's
Yeah.
where I thought.
And he
Like,
shoot.
the defense and the dog in him, you knew he had, but it was what are you doing offensively to separate yourself? Well,
Absolutely.
he
That
made
was the
everybody
knock.
shut up.
And what do we say? Like, okay, well, if you come in and you want to get better, and we know, I've talked about my guy on this staff for a while, who's a player development guru, and you come here ready to work, man. These guys are going to get you better. I'm telling you. Nick Nurse
Rico
staff
Hines.
in terms of player development does not effing play around. Rico Hines does not play around when you get guys that want to get better. I mean, you can look the recipe for that and the success that came with it is right in Toronto, right? And the guys that left there, the guys that are still there, Siakam, OG, like man, I mean, list goes on some of those guys that they were later picks that they developed, right? Because they wanted to get better. They were guys that were hungry to get better. So you can't say enough about that. And then, like I said, you get a guy who wants to get better. First thing they say when he can't. Like, I want to work on my jumper. Okay, we'll clean that up real quick.
Yeah,
And
it's
boom,
smooth.
you just got to shoot.
Yep, gotta be willing to
Shoot the basketball.
But he'll go through ups and downs of tiredness, rightfully so. When you start hitting these rookie walls, and it's the most games you ever played in your goddamn life, so you'll go through some of that at times. But dude, he's so good. Like he's just.
Why is he number 77? Is my man, do you think he's hockey?
Should have been 7.
he doing?
but
Because
fucking
Kyle Lowry's
Lowry's still
still
here.
around.
Dickhead. I want a VJ Edgecombe jersey. I'm not buying a jersey that wears number 77.
That's where I was going with it. I'm not buying 77.
Well, I've waited.
Yeah, he'll change.
He'll change.
He'll change.
I have a LaShawn McCoy 29 jersey.
I remember those days.
Oh, real one.
Nice.
Real one. Like I said pre-show, real shit. I got real
Maybe you
shit.
shouldn't change it. Like if you win rookie of the year in 77, you just got to rock it, bro.
He's not changing it. I think the
I
NBA
guess
is
you're
weird. Like,
right.
most sports are weird with that. They don't want you to change because of that reason. Because of all the movement in player nowadays, I think they set something up with the apparel companies to where they give you a free exchange on jerseys nowadays.
Yeah.
So I don't think they want him to change. And maybe he doesn't. Maybe he willingly wants 77. I agree with you. I think it's weird as hell, but
So dumb. I make fun of I
What's
see it all the
Lucas?
time.
What's Lucas 70?
It's like so
77.
weird. It's
Lucas
cool,
77,
kind of a
yeah.
thing.
No, but I make I obviously I coach baseball and I make fun of guys with weird numbers all the time. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you want
Judge
to
is
wear
99.
I know. Why would you want to wear 99? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Why would you want to wear 99?
69.
It's so stupid. Yeah, I had a
That's the way
kid.
it
I had a
was
kid
in
in the
softball,
fall
right?
wearing number 54. Like, why are you wearing 54, bro?
Yeah,
Are you a
70.
linebacker?
I had a
Every
74. I have an offensive lineman. Yeah, I had an O lineman rocking 74, just dropping back, pass protected.
Every slow pitch softball team had somebody that was 69. Like it
Oh,
was
God.
just,
Like that. At least like that. It's kind of funny.
That's
Like,
grown.
like that.
That's grown ups air quote. Like
Right.
just playing
Like,
for fun.
yeah.
Like what do you have? Like a favorite reliever that's 50, like 58? Like you know what I mean? Like where do you come up with?
It's just so weird, dude. Like
Like if you're just a pitcher and you're like, yo, I just pitch, and you're older,
everybody should be fighting
take a
over
weird
like
number,
25 and 44 and like 11. Like fight over the good numbers. Like what
Yeah.
are we doing? Like come on, man.
So we got to get the sharps on Maxey's overs. So we gets the whistles. Is basically what it comes down to,
Yeah,
right?
call up Tim Donaghy, see what he's doing. Get him back in there.
Someone, the
This guy's
Genovesa. I mean, they just locked up. We
Bunch
got
of
to get the
guys.
new generation to come up in the system. I guess they just locked up all the current guys, right?
The
The
old heads, yeah.
Genovesa family and then Chauncey Billups and
Yeah.
who was the active guy? Damon Jones.
Damon
Was it?
Jones.
He was in there, yeah.
I'm
I haven't
fucking
heard
with
anything about that. It's weird. Went away.
Went
So
away.
much.
Like,
so much is corruption. Like we knew it. Which even makes it funnier. Like we could tell you that, like, oh, that game, he dropped that ball.
Yeah,
Like,
that game smells. It game smells
that
a little
game-
bit.
That smells. Like
what do you mean? Like the Bills game?
Yes. Yes. That one.
Like I'm
But that was
sitting there
different. That's
watching.
a
Like,
referee. That's a referee. Like I know, like we were just talking about referees, but like I'm talking more about players throwing games. You know what I mean? Guys getting their fingers on players where they're making, they're making more money on top of the money they're making.
Like, yeah, like, dude, you're like NBA stuff because NBA money's insane. Like, I understand if you're like a
Very
college kid who's, like trying to piece
He's making
together
$30 million a year on the bench.
Right, but yeah, like if you're making $15 million, most guys in the NBA, 15 million plus, and like that's just chump change. You mean to tell me you're gonna shave some points off a game for like a couple $1,000s?
Well, that's what they were saying. That's what they were saying with this new college probe that came out.
Yeah.
With all those 30 college kids, and that's where they said they had to go to the low mid majors because all the top D1 guys were making enough NIL.
They're getting
It wasn't
NIL,
worth
yeah.
it to them.
Yeah, it's just
That's why it
probe is
doesn't
gonna
happen
be-
a lot with the players in the NBA as much as it happens with the referees, right? Because the
Mhm.
players are being paid and compensated so well that it sort of takes the players out of it unless you're just a piece of garbage, right? But it allows the referees who aren't making millions of dollars to be like, you know what? I'll shave some points here. Nobody will even know. Like, okay.
like
Or
up,
I
he
get a
stepped to
raise
the
for
line.
being
Up,
terrible.
off that dude's foot. Up. No call there. Up. Oh, I think he got fouled on that one.
Oh, all those refs were probably. What do you mean we're getting replay? No. We don't need that. We got it. We can see it.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Yeah, it's evident because they always get a replay and still get it wrong.
Still get it wrong. It's insane.
Now they cleaned it up for a while. Now it's like it's clear as day, and they still
Still
do
get
it wrong.
It's insane.
No.
Oh, the officiating for Sixers games may be some of the worst officiating I've ever seen in my life. Like you're at home and they're not getting calls that are clear and obvious. Like I'll be at the game and be like, dude, that's it. Dude, he crushed them.
Yeah.
Like he crushed them. Like, what are we doing? And no call. And you're like, what? And you'll see a guy get a ticky tack on the other end, and Nick Nurse is losing his mind. And you're like, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not wrong. I'm losing my mind at home when I'm watching some of it. But they just do not get calls. It's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, Joe does, like obviously as he should, but nobody else does.
Yeah.
Like Paul George will get fucking killed and like literally raped and pillaged. Okay, and and everybody's like, nothing there.
Nothing to see here.
like just a career, just your career alone gets you the calls. Like these are real fouls.
Yeah.
Like I'm not asking for you to give him like superstar treatment. I'm asking you to give him legacy treatment. Like, and the guy can still play. It's not like he can't play. Like he can get to where he wants to get to. He's not like he's 40 out there. Like he just misses games, and he misses games on purpose, organizationally too, because they like to take it slow.
Yeah.
Give you little breathers here and there when you are over 30. And I don't mind it because it's the long game for us, right? It's not the short game.
And at least it seems like, at least recently, it seems like they're trying to stagger the two of them, right? Yeah. Not sit them both the same game.
Yeah.
Which I think helps, right? One night's no Joe, one night's no PJ if they're in that area. So at least they've started to wise up on that, because I hate it when they sat them both. It was like, what do we get? Why are you selling tickets then? This is just be an exhibition.
Yeah.
That's what they did against the Suns.
Were they both out? I thought one was in.
No, they were both out against
the Suns.
They were both out against the Suns.
Yeah. Good talk, Greg.
It's hot. But they like, again, they don't do that often.
Yeah, it hasn't been very often.
That was a back-to-backer, so I get it. But like I would stagger them. But then when they play, they want them to play together. And I get it.
It makes sense.
They're trying to get the chemistry. So like naturally, we could sit here and be like, dude, just stagger. One plays one game, one plays the other. But they're like, well, if they're going to pick a game to play, they're going to play one together.
Yeah.
And then that goes to like, Maxey and VJ. Right? Of like, okay, go carry us.
I mean, I think they should stagger them because, one of them is probably going to be hurt sooner or later. Right? That would be my thinking.
I don't mind. Like, you could talk me into either one of them, but now, like, if you're playing a back-to-back and you're going to sit one of the games, I'd rather go all out for the first one, try to win the first one, and then, like, if you win the first one, then you got house money for the second game. So, I don't know, but I could see either way, whichever one you want to do it. But
I just like the idea of having a formula with Paul George, Maxey, and VJ, and then having another formula with Embiid, Maxey, and VJ. Seems like that's a good way to hedge.
It's probably
for all scenarios. Because they're older guys. I'm not trying to be like negative because I've been anti-Sixer a lot. This is the first year in a while that I'm not like fed up. Like, so it's fun, but they're older guys, and you got to learn how to win potentially without one of them. And then I don't think if they're both out, then I don't think they'll win. They might win a playoff series depending on the matchup, but they're both out. I don't know if they win a playoff series.
Yeah, it's also got to be tough though, Rob, too, because if they're not playing, then they're probably not practicing very much, right? So unless you went through training camp with that, one play, one don't, it's a little tough to put in mid-season just because the lack of practice time that these guys get, especially.
What do you think? What do you think they even do at practice?
Walkthroughs, go through plays, draw up different sets, stuff like that.
I don't think they're doing 5-on-5 scrimmage much at practice in season.
No, a lot of shoot around.
Yeah, but implementing that though takes being on the court, which I don't think they are as much as they might have used to be. Especially those two, right? The other guys are definitely on there. You know what I mean? But I just don't know how much Joe and PG are practicing in season.
Probably not a lot. Good point.
I mean, it's not like they're going out there and practicing for 3 hours a day. Like they're probably going out there for an hour and a half. Hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
It's just about them getting reps together in live game situations. There's no way you can mimic it. You can a little bit, obviously in basketball, but you're still not going to go as hard in a practice as you're going to go in a game. Most likely, so
we're talking about practice.
There's only one way to really mimic it, getting your chemistry together, especially in season, like we're talking about, and that's getting after it together.
Yeah,
because they haven't played a ton together. Period.
I don't know. Ace Bailey, he had a nice top 10 dunk last night. I think it was last night. Might have been the night before.
That dude stinks.
He's starting to play better, to be fair.
I mean, that's fine. You mean to tell me the two guys out of Rutgers were going to be in the top 5 draft picks? Like they're guaranteed one of them's going to suck. And I like Dylan Harper.
They weren't even above 500 in college.
Yeah, they were bad. Mm-hmm.
That baffled me. That was a red flag for both of them coming out because we ignored that red flag with Ben. We said, that doesn't matter. And it did.
And Fultz.
Oh,
I think that Washington team was bad too.
I was thinking of all-time bad contracts today for some reason. Remember when we gave Samuel Dallenberg like all this money?
Slamming Sammy D.
What a bad contract. I liked them too.
I did love me some
bad
Sammy.
contract.
I remember
some Sammy.
Like that's when it was him, like Iverson, Iggy. Like that's when I got into the Sixers because obviously I'm a little younger than you guys. Like that was the team that I was watching. Samuel Dallenberg was just the tallest, skinniest dude I ever saw in my entire life.
He was just the definition of an average center that would just do something super freakish athletic, and you thought that okay, here's the turning point for him, and he would just go back to being non-slamming Sammy.
Non-slamming Sammy.
Yeah.
What a nice trip down memory lane. I miss those days. Those are fun days.
You guys ever do that? Like you just random dude just pops in your head
all the time. Mainly Phillies.
Oh man, you're young. You're young though, man. You're spoiled with the Phillies. We saw some bad teams.
Look, man. Hey, I was 12 in 08, but like it's like I saw that. Like that was my main. Like, hey, I actually pay attention to baseball, and I was playing at the time. But then I obviously went through like my entire time in college. They were awful. They were god awful. I was trying to go to games like every weekend, and there's just nothing. Like they were just terrible, so bad. I remember one weekend, my either freshman or sophomore year, we went down to a Phillies Nationals game, and there was just nobody in the ballpark on like a Saturday afternoon. We ended up behind the Nationals dugout, and like we got seeds from Bryce Harper when he was still playing there. It was sick. It was great. But like we paid like $20. Like there was like 15 of us that went, and it just ended up behind the Nationals dugout. That's how bad it was.
Dude, I was a security guard at Citizens Bank Park in 2015. I saw every game. That was the year they were the worst team. They got the first pick, and they got Mickey Moniak.
Yeah,
Michael Franco hit like 30 bombs.
I thought he was going to be really
good. He's still playing, I think.
Not in the league.
Not in the league, but I think he's still playing in like
he's like Mexico or something.
In Asia or down south.
The Mexican league, Mexican Winter League,
something like that.
Oh, but like remember, like Travis Lee was my all-time least favorite Philly. I think.
Travis Lee.
I remember
Travis Lee was.
I remember his name from when I was little. My dad used to make fun of my mom because she thought he was hot. So.
Remember we got JD True and we thought he was going to turn everything around and he wouldn't sign with us.
He didn't sign yet.
So we threw batteries at him.
The scumbag.
I mean, I can't blame. Looking back, like I was
at that game. I was at the Battery game.
I think I was at the Battery. I don't know if we went because that was '98. I remember it was '98. We were at that series because that was the McGuire Sosa home run chase.
The McGuire chase.
And we went for batting practice, and we got seats. Remember how they had the Big Mac land in St. Louis?
Yeah.
Like we figured out the equivalent of that for the vet. And we sat there, and we got there early for batting practice. And that dude was so wooded out of his mind. He was hitting it. Like we were like, we were in batting practice. They were sky over our heads. We should have sat in the 700 level, not the 500 level. We wanted to get a ball.
That's probably right over the restaurant, right? Richie Ashburn's? Probably where you are, or where you thought it would be.
Yeah.
No, it was the vet.
It was the vet.
It was back at the vet.
I mean, like, like that's where you're thinking, Step. Like at the bank, that's where you're thinking. But the fucking concrete.
He probably would have hit it out. Those two guys, as many voids as they were,
are in left field for sure. The way they were,
yeah,
I mean, they were fucking saucing. Sauce up.
I think
no one.
Damn
think
good
what I
player.
was-
Awesome. But let's change it. Let's go back. We'll get the baseball and Phillies. Let's get the Eagles offense coordinator search. Let's get to where we're at, because now we have a lot. Reportedly, some more information. I want your guys' thoughts on it. Obviously, I'll give you mine. You know that, but I obviously want yours here, because it's weird, because I don't believe it. Like, I don't believe that. Oh, like McDaniels didn't want to come here for any other reason than he probably wanted to go to a warmer climate team, and he gets to coach Justin Herbert. Okay, and they got a lot of weapons. All right, and Harbaugh. Okay, I'm good. I'll go there. Like, that's not even hard. Like, you can't. Brian Daboll wants to be a head coach. It has nothing to do with like coaching. He doesn't want to coach the Eagles. He wanted to take in the interview.
Yeah.
Like, he just wanted to came. Like, McDaniel didn't come. He signed before he even got here. So like, now we're gonna act like he wanted no parts of Jalen Hurts. That's what we're running with on the dial. That's what we're running out reports from, like, essentially Diana Rossini. That's essentially what we're saying and making up now, is that McDaniel doesn't want to coach Hurts and doesn't want to be in the city, and either does Brian Daboll. I think, like, McDaniel, I don't think wanted to be here anyway because of the weather, and he gets to coach Justin Herbert in LA, and he fits. He's an LA guy to me, right? Okay, go to LA, Mike. He fits there perfectly, right? So, like, come on, we're gonna make this in the nobody wants to coach the Eagles. Like, the Eagles won't get an offensive coordinator. Like, Matt Nagy would be a really damn good offensive coordinator. Mike Kafka, another really good offensive coordinator. There's good ones out there that have surfaced that are Andy Tree guys that, like, I trust the tree. You know what I mean? I trust Andy's tree. Again, when I ask a guy to be head coach, so I want your guys' thoughts on it all, because I don't believe it. I think it's bullshit.
No, I mean,
think it's just, how can we get likes today? How can we drive up ratings? How can we get phone calls? Well, let's make it about that. Nobody wants to coach here, because Mike McDaniel would rather coach Justin Herbert. Mike McDaniel would rather be in LA, okay, and the glitz and the glamour. Can we keep this 100? You see the pants he wears?
Yep.
Like, this shit is
That's why
not
he fit
hard.
so well in Miami for so many years.
Yeah, this shit is 101 to people. Like, you see that guy in a cold weather game? Oh my own. Like, you see other coaches,
everybody does.
Like, that dude is so bundled. Like, it's like when you're taking your Tyler out. Like, I'm literally taking Cass outside. You know what I mean? Like, you know, take Tyler out. You know, I'm taking the baby out. Like, come on, guys. Like, what are we talking about? So I don't agree with it. We'll get into AJ Brown here tonight as well, because that's a hot topic too. And we'll get into those reports that then, again, I think are a crock of shit. I think they're a crock of shit. That's it. Doesn't mean he was happy. Doesn't mean he's excited about his year. Doesn't mean any of that. It's a crock of shit. So let's start with the coaching search. What do you guys think?
well,
And
they're good. They're good.
about
Look,
names.
here's
What do you think about those guys not wanting to come here
That's
to those
nonsense.
reports? That's the
nonsense.
answer I want from
What's
you.
Brian Dable supposed to not take the best job in the whole carousel as a head coach and come be our offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Like,
Bills want
what do
you,
mean?
Josh Allen. No, I'm good.
Josh Allen. They make the
Yeah, no.
playoffs every year, and you have the best quarterback in the league that you groomed, and there's obviously something there where he wants to finish the job with Josh.
Yeah.
Like, what head coach? Well, you follow the money. Look, here's why the Eagles are going to get a solid, good, established offensive coordinator, because they have a top 5 owner who's not going to skimp, and he's going to hire a guy, and when they find the guy, he's going to pay the guy.
Yeah.
That's why they get Kellen Moore. That's why they get Steichen. Like, these teams like the Bengals and these cheap-ass teams, this is why they stink year after year, even though they have a couple good players. They don't do the little things. The owners don't do the little things. Jeffrey Lurie does the little things. Jeffrey Lurie is going to, when they identify whoever it is, and by the way, I think they should act quicker rather than take their time. I mean, I said they had seven interviews already, according to Elliott Shore Parks. Like, that's enough guys to talk to. You should have an idea of who you want, and you should pick your guy, and you should go with your guy. Because what is there, 2 jobs left?
No, there's more
I
head
guess
coaching
no,
jobs.
there's
still
more than
available.
there's
that. You're
more.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
It's like
The Ravens.
5. The
The
Ravens, Steelers,
Ravens, Steelers, Bills.
Vegas.
Well, I think the Steelers are just waiting for the
Uh,
Rams to be out, and they're going to hire Kubiak. That's what
Could be
I would do.
actually Seattle.
No, who's the Rams OC?
The Rams. It's not Kubiak's in Seattle.
No, I'm sorry, the Rams defensive guy, Shula.
Oh, they're going. Do you think they're going defense?
I mean, that's what they always do.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Good
I
point.
mean, like just the most boring.
I think they're going.
airplane
I think they're
call.
going. What's his face from Minnesota? Defensive coordinator from Minnesota.
Oh, why am I blanking on his name? Yeah, I get you.
Was that coach in Miami?
Brian Flores.
Brian Flores. Then they're going Brian Flores.
Oh, the Steelers, you mean? Okay.
Yeah.
But they're going to get a guy, and they're not. If you haven't called plays before in the NFL, you're not getting hired by the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, they're looking for a guy that's going to come in with experience. So if any list you see out there, if they haven't called plays in the NFL, they're not hiring them. I think
you guys all agree that there's reports. You think there's reports of
I don't think that's necessarily.
No, I
true,
think it's.
But yes, I agree with the reports.
bogus reports. Yes.
Okay, let's get into the candidates.
Bogus.
Let's get into the candidates then. We don't have to waste our time on this then. All right. Candidates wise, Matt Nagy was in today, I believe, right? Kafka was already in.
Yep.
So Dable was in. Who else we got in?
Zach Robinson interviewed. That's my guy.
Zach Robinson.
I want a McVay guy. That would be. He's the best coach in the league. I want any piece of his mind I can get in my offensive room. And I know it didn't work out in Atlanta with the guy, but whatever. I don't care.
If he had any part to drafting Michael Penix, then I don't want him. Like, if he was a guy in the room saying, guys, don't do this, then I absolutely want him. It all depends.
I think they've interviewed Charlie Weiss Jr. I think they've interviewed Bobby Slowick from Houston.
Yeah.
I don't want a Houston offensive coordinator.
Davis Webb was the guy we were talking.
I'm good.
That they've interviewed.
Davis Webb.
Jim Bob Cooter.
Stop.
I'm just saying the guys that were interviewed.
No, I know. I feel like I'm like high school Texas football.
But Jim Bob Cooper, to my point, he doesn't Steichen call those plays there?
I think he does, yeah.
So that doesn't work for me.
Yeah,
no, I don't think it works for the Eagles either.
No.
Of
the guys that they've interviewed, I think Nagy's the adult in the room. Obviously, that was the closest one you just had. But again, like if you want to, I'm cool with Zach Robinson. He's another guy in that like Mike McDaniel type motion, moving guys around, making life easy for your quarterback type stuff. Obviously, like the more guys that you can interview, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, right? But I wouldn't be upset if they hired like a Nagy, because he like similar like with what I was talking with McDaniel last week. I don't think he's going to get a head coaching job anytime soon. So if you want to have some form of continuity here with two solid, really good coordinators and like your GM head coach, I think you're like Nagy's probably a safer option. But if you want to get a guy in like Zach Robinson, who's got previous play calling experience with like proven weapons in Bijan and Kyle Pitts and Drake London, right? Imagine like they had a really good offense last year in 24 with shit quarterback play. So imagine what he could get with a guy with as much talent as Jalen Hurts, as much talent they have here. So see what happens.
Yeah, everyone's gonna freak out if they hire Matt Nagy. You know that, right?
Oh yeah,
it's not a flash zing and pep hire like McDaniel or Dable. Everyone's gonna freak out, and I think we should be open to whoever we bring in. Like we can't just crush the hire right away. You can't bitch about wanting to change and then bitch about the change.
Matt Nagy made fucking Mitch Trubisky look good.
Yeah, he did.
He was a coach of the year in Chicago. He made Mitch Trubisky look good. He was obviously on the wrong side of the double doink. Poor guy. Let's give him, give him a little bit of, hey, look, sorry, man. Come coach here for a bit and maybe get a head coaching job in 3 years. But
Brian Flores signed back with Minnesota.
did he?
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get it. Isn't there still stuff going on with that Miami stuff with the owner and the tanking games and whatever?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like in litigation or something.
Yeah. But I was surprised when he got a DC job. It's like the Gruden factor. Like everybody wants Gruden. No one's like.
You see Gruden in Pittsburgh.
Dude,
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen until that lawsuit's over. Whatever. The Raiders don't have a coach either, Greg.
No, they don't.
Who do you think I think it's going to be? Out of the names.
I think they're waiting for the Rams because I think they want to talk to Nate Shieldhouse, their passing game coordinator, and I think that's whether they hire him or not. I think they want to talk to him. I know he's on their list. I know he's he's a hot name out there.
Yeah, but that's the guy who hasn't called plays because McVay calls plays out there. So, like, again, I wouldn't hate it if they hired him or if they went after another McVay guy. He doesn't have play calling experience.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the same thing with Weiss out of LSU. Like, he doesn't have NFL play calling experience, right? Like, yeah, I'd be down if they hired him, but like they've said we want a guy with proven NFL experience. So
yeah, and look at the interviews. The interviews equal that. Like, I'm good with Nagy. I'm good with Robinson. I'm good with like any of them.
Joe Brady's probably available now.
Well, I know he interviewed for the Bills head coaching job today.
Yeah.
So if they're going to hire Dable and he doesn't stay on the staff there, then I'd take him because he was huge coming out of college, right? Because he was at LSU with that team in Burrow, that insane college team, and obviously he was pretty good
in Carolina.
Yeah. Then he's been up in Buffalo since, I think. So again, the offense hasn't really been a problem there. It's been their defenses to go up shorter, like Josh turned the football over. So bring that type of offense in here. Give it to a guy in Hurts who doesn't turn the football over. Give him some wide receiver weapons and a solid running back and get after it. Like, I think that'd be a pretty solid choice, assuming, he doesn't get that head coaching job or stay there. So,
yeah. And I back to your other question though, like any of these guys would want this job. Like to say this job isn't enticing is insane. Every coordinator that's come through here that's had a pulse is now a head coach.
And Petullo's still here, but he's not.
I guess he got thrown in the closet. I guess they didn't actually fire him.
Yeah,
I think I'd rather get fired.
But
I'd also rather get fired.
Yeah. So
Howie went in the closet and he
came out good.
Came out the other side. Yeah, he came out the other side.
Well, Chip put him in the closet. I think the owner hid Petullo.
I think it's simple. I think I don't think they had options to go hire anybody else at that point, so they hired from within, and with the understanding if it didn't work out, like the guy's a smart football guy, he's just never play called before, and I think having never play calling before matters. I've said this 1,000 times. Like there's something, you know what I mean? It takes time to grow into that type of role. I think feels for the game, different things like that. It takes time, but like I said, I'm good with anybody who called plays before. I don't really want some of these guys that haven't. You're a passing game coordinator. All right, I'll Zoom interview you, but I don't need to fly in. You know what I mean? I don't need to fly in. Like, that's not what I'm looking for. And that might be a smart guy in the room, and I could be wrong, but I need experience right now. Everybody that's came in here with play calling experience was successful. 2 out of the 4 years. You had play calling experience, you were good. Simple.
How about we could have had the Rams at home potentially tomorrow or Sunday in a blizzard?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been cool.
That would have been insane. I would have had to get tickets again. I said the same thing I did last year.
We lose 10-7.
Did we get 7? Did we put 7 on the board, Tommy?
Yeah, by accident, like a fumble. It's rolling on. It's like a Leon Lett. Like it's just rolling all around. Nobody can get on top.
Would it still be the same offense? Run up the middle, bomb to AJ punt in the blizzard?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Come out first series, straight out 3 passes.
Yeah.
I don't understand because when the guy got in the red zone, he was creative.
I was talking about last week. He's the reason why, like, how good they were in the red zone and how much they fed Dallas Goedert is the reason you're not going to be able to re-sign him this year. He scored 15 touchdowns or whatever it was. Like, that's the reason he's going to get paid, because he's a red zone demon and he finally got utilized down there. They just didn't get to the red zone enough.
And then you watch the Niners go out.
That's why you keep a guy in the building. Again, like, oh, why is he still in the building? That's why he's still in the building.
Red zone offense.
He's obviously smart at some things he does for Nick to trust him. Because again, Nick, like, I'll say it's to New York Giants fans if you're listening. You just got the same type of coach Nick Sirianni is. They're the damn good ones. Does Mike Vrabel call plays in New England? Does he call defensive plays?
I think so.
He does not.
Potentially.
I don't
He
think
doesn't?
so.
He does not.
No, I don't think he does. I don't know who does it. They're doing a good job, though.
But go with me here. You understand? Brinks, you brought it up earlier about cheap owners and owners that are willing to spend money. The organizations that are willing to spend money and allow their coaches to coach their entire football team and not be tied into calling plays one side or the other. Most of those types of guys fail at that job because you need to rely on, like Nick says all the time, you got to rely on the other people doing their job, at a high level.
Well, let me ask you this. To that point. How often this season do you think Nick got on the headset and said to Kevin, like, what are we doing? This isn't working. You got to change.
Probably a bunch. But
they didn't change at all.
But they did, though, because their offense got better as the year went on, marginally. Like, it still wasn't good enough, but you could see a little bit of growth from it. Again, marginally. But the point is, I think they changed. I think Nick went into more offensive meetings, right? Spent more time with the offense. Okay? And, again, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think Nick, when you don't call plays for a while, I think you sort of get out of rhythm with it too. Right? Like, it's a rhythm thing. Like, calling plays is like, it's rhythm to me. Like, you get in the,
do you see those guys? Did you watch obviously you did, the Rams versus Bears? Every time they look to the sidelines, those guys they know exactly what they're doing. And if this doesn't work, they're doing this. And if they do this, we're doing that. Like, that was never in the cards with this Eagles offense. They were just throwing darts at the board and hoping something worked. Well, they tried the downtown teams this year.
Well, they tried to run the football. They couldn't run the football. They couldn't find they know what their identity was, which is running the football RPO style, but they couldn't do it. Like, that's the difference of this year. They couldn't run the football consistently enough. I don't care what quarterback you are in the National Football League. If you don't have a running game, you ain't still playing. Okay? You ain't still playing, babe. Real simple. Simple stuff here. So, look who's still playing. Seattle runs the football. Okay? Rams can run the football.
Yep.
Okay, right. Let's go to the AFC. Denver, they can run the football. All right, play great defense, run the football. And New England can run the football. And I'm not telling you they're the best, like, top 4 teams in the league and run the football. That's not what I'm saying. Right? I'm just saying they can run the football. They don't struggle at it. They didn't struggle at it like we did. So, and we weren't able to adjust to it. And listen, dude, it's a year after the Super Bowl. We won the division. We went to a playoff game. As the dust settles, I was pissed. As the dust settles, I can calm down a little bit. And I can realize that, like, okay, let's take a step back. 2 of the 4 years we had a legit offensive coordinator. We went to a Super Bowl, and one of them we won it. And both of them, our offenses look good. So knowing that, I'm confident in saying, go get me a guy that's experienced at this role and got a head coaching job because he was good in that role. Go get me a guy like that. He got a head coaching job because he was a damn good play caller. That's what I'm looking for. It's not hard. This isn't calc, right? This isn't calculus. This isn't, this isn't any of those types of things. This is 101. 101 introductory. It's an introduction. Offense, a guy with experience, we're going to an NFC title game. That's it. I mean, that's becomes 50-50 when you get that far. I'll stand on that.
Yeah.
Unless you play Washington and you whoop their ass again. Right. But 50-50 outside of beating Washington or Dallas in a title game.
Nah, Dallas wouldn't get there.
Oh, they did. We put up 50 on them.
But they wouldn't get there.
No.
Yeah,
But yes, so back to this, I just think it's anybody. Now, Zach Robinson didn't get a head coaching job from being a coordinator, right? But still, we can make a case good coordinator. But a lot of these other guys did. So you see where it comes from. It. That's why I like Nagy. I can hear people not liking Nagy, but I don't know why you wouldn't like Nagy. Like, why would people not like Nagy?
Wasn't he KC's offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
And what happened? And what happened there?
He's an Andy guy.
The Chiefs sucked this year.
They won a Super Bowl with him.
They did.
Yeah, I have a feeling the Nagy comes from
So they ditched him.
No, he got a head coaching job in Chicago.
The dust
No,
settled
he
in
was
Chicago.
back in Kansas City.
Oh yeah, he's back in Kansas City.
So he was I don't know. I think he was the OC last year when we played him in the Super Bowl. I think he was. Maybe
And they
not.
they ditched him because they didn't make the playoffs.
I know that the Chiefs were a mess this year, so maybe they rehired Bieniemy, who they had a ton of success with. That came through today. So
That seems fishy. I don't know what's going on there. That sounds fishy. I would check into that if you're going to interview him.
let's see. So
Matt
Figure
Nagy
out.
was the coordinator last year.
yeah, so he's been the OC there since he got fired, was a quarterback's coach, and then became the OC. So,
And now he's unemployed.
Yeah, he's unemployed. He won back-to-back Super Bowls.
It's
lost-
it's just contract right now.
won a Super Bowl. Yeah, so
His
he
contract
just,
as Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator expired, and the team is bringing back.
Sounds like
Bieniemy.
they're
Replace
paying
him.
for a new stadium and they don't want to pay him.
Or they know you're going to spend a year without Patrick Mahomes, so
man. Apparently, Pat's going to be back in September next year. So
No, he's
not
not.
sure if you're going to miss a whole lot.
No,
Either
it's
way,
not gonna be the same.
it just ran out on a contract.
Yeah.
He's from Lehigh Valley originally. He won 2 Super Bowls as an offensive coordinator. I know he's got Mahomes, but you still got to go win him.
I just want him to hire someone so then I can talk about what actually happened instead of what might happen.
Yeah.
This is the worst. We're talking about coaching hires. 4 teams are playing for the Super Bowl. There's no reason the Eagles shouldn't be one of them, and we're talking about coaches.
talk about
Sucks.
practice.
Hey, man, this time next year we'll be talking about the NFC Championship game. All right,
I hope you're
after whatever
right.
guy
I think
we're
they-
talking
I do
about.
I do think they have some work to do to make that a reality outside of hiring an offensive coordinator, but it's certainly doable.
And you're absolutely going to do that. You'll fill whatever holes you have in the roster, right? Hopefully, we got both of our wide receivers back next year. I don't know. I don't know if we want to transition to that right now, but
We can.
yeah, the fact that there's so much reporting on AJ Brown getting out, like a BLG, Brandon Lee Gowton from BGN Radio or Green Green said today, he doesn't think that he's a 0% chance that AJ Brown's back next year, which
That's crazy.
is insane to me.
Stupid talk.
Insane to me. Unless AJ Brown physically is I don't want to be here, there's no reason that the Eagles should want to get rid of him. None whatsoever. I'm almost thinking maybe I don't think it's a difficult thing for OC candidates to want to come here because of Philadelphia is a tough market to be in. I think AJ Brown being here or not being here might be a factor in that. As obviously having a top 10, top 15 wide receiver on your roster versus not on your roster makes you obviously a better or worse football team. So maybe that's a factor on why guys want to or don't want to be here. So that situation has to get fixed because depending on whatever happens with that guy, if you trade him, you're going to eat cap. Now, obviously, you save a little bit of money, but you're still getting dead cap. Then you have to replace him. So what are you getting in return in the trade? Are you getting a first-round pick? Are you getting multiple picks? Are you getting players? What are you getting that's going to make you better? because Howie's not the type of guy that just ships guys out because they don't want to be here anymore. You're gonna either play or you're gonna get us something that we're better at.
Yeah, because somebody came and offered you a first this year and a first next year. And
then I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, no problem.
Yeah, like it depends. Like if somebody comes first in the second, like a first this year, second next year, I'm like I gotta consider it because I gotta get younger in spots. Not younger, but I gotta take money out of spots because I got guys on the defense I'm gonna have to pay. Right. So I gotta figure out like what I'm gonna pay.
Right, yeah.
But I don't want to trade AJ. Like I'm not in the business of trading AJ. I'm just saying there's certain things you can give me that, like, okay, you're taking that money off the books. You're giving me a top, let's say, 18 pick. Now I have 2 first-round picks this year, right? Yeah. And I need things. Like I need offensive line help. I need this. I need that, right? And you can sort of go back to the trenches and then worry about that. Then I can bring Dallas Goedert back with Devontae Smith, and maybe it's a Dotson's back in a situation like that where
you draft the receiver in the first round.
Or not even the first round. Maybe you draft the receiver in the third round. But the point is you have 2 veteran wide receivers still if you bring Jahan Dotson back. So you still have 2 guys that are familiar with your quarterback. You have some chemistry there. And you have Dallas Goedert. You still feel good about your offense going into the year. And if you draft a young guy, you're going to be like, okay, I feel good about this. Now, is it A.J. Brown? No.
Right. Now, if the Bills call you up and they offer you a 3rd round pick that's like number 90 or number 100, I'm not doing. Yeah, that Flyers.
Oh my God, because the guy had the open net. Yeah, and he had an open net. I don't know, it was number 19 for Flyers, I think, and just shoot it. Shoot it. He was, dude, wide open net, clear path. Guy came and got him from behind. Like shoot the puck. Shoot the puck. Now it's a tie game. Oh my
did they score?
God.
Yeah, they just scored.
Yep. All because we had an open net opportunity.
I saw the open net on the other end.
Yeah, it was tough.
Ursa gets beat like a drum. Jesus Christmas.
Yeah, bad.
What are you looking at, dude?
He's not very good.
Where's his options?
No, he stinks.
It's funny. There was a part of me that looked at the schedule, saw this game, and was like, I want to go because Utah's brand new. I'm like, I would take a trip out to Utah to see this game. But I'm like, Utah in February or January? I'm like, yeah, probably not.
No, we're good there.
Yeah, probably.
It might be warmer than here. It was cold as sack today.
Yeah.
Sucked.
But no, to get back to that, like I wouldn't give up AJ Brown for like a 4th round pick, a 5th round pick. Like, oh yeah, we'll take him for it. Here you go. Like, no.
You lose
I'm not trying to shed cap.
No, I'm not just gonna get rid of AJ Brown and get rid of AJ Brown. Like that's stupid.
Like if you want to come with like 2 seconds, I gotta think about it. But
if
I might
like straight up for Max Crosby,
we could do that.
We could have that conversation.
If New England calls up,
and I don't have to ever see him, right? He doesn't have to come beat me then every time.
Right. If New England calls me up and offers me Christian Gonzalez, then we can have a conversation.
Yeah, I'll give you Milton Williams back. Okay.
Yeah, like okay, cool. I'm down for that. Milton Williams, Christian Gonzalez, maybe an offensive lineman, something like that. All right, cool. Let's have a conversation. Yeah. I'm not just shedding AJ Brown.
I love these conversations before we even hire an offensive coordinator.
What about a 104?
You know what I mean? Like
we haven't even hired sure, if the ones this year. Yeah.
What are these conversations having? What if some guy comes in and AJ's like, "Oh, I'm in." Like I like.
Oh yeah, like
you know what I mean? Like
for sure.
All these conversations is being happened, like you said earlier, Tom. Like it's just clickbait shit. Like I don't believe any of it.
I'm still pissed. I'm still mad. I'm still mad at AJ a lot.
But he was dead right the whole year.
He was absolutely right.
But his effort in that game against the Niners was poor. His performance in that effort, in that I question whether he's worth the trouble. And I'm not dumping him either. I hate him right now. Yeah, I think he's a stone jerk off.
That's okay. Look, man, I'd be a jerk off too.
Back that up except for the game against the Niners.
Look, man, I'd be a jerk off too if you told me to run a sticks route or
a game against the Chargers. He dropped the ball 3 times.
Okay.
Dude, he's more worried about
cold jerk off, as you called him. I need more than like 2 games to be to be bad.
Just because there's problems with the offense, Greg, doesn't mean every time there's a microphone in front of your face, or every time you're alone at your apartment or your penthouse, you go on your stupid Twitch account or your Twitter account and tell the world about it.
I did it once.
It was all year with this guy.
It was one tweet. It was one Twitch stream. Last year it was him reading a book on the side.
Yeah. You guys
People
can't
are looking
dismiss
for
that. Hold on. In defense of Rob here, right? I'll play in the middle. You two can't dismiss it. Like, oh, it's just one time. Well, one time too many. Regardless how you feel about it, it's one time too many. That's common sense. That is absolute common sense.
AJ Brown did nothing this season to help them turn the offense around because he was too worried about his stupid social media and being a weirdo. I'm not going to go as far as you. AJ Brown.
I'm not going as far as you as weirdo and all these other things, right? What I'm going to tell you guys is, all right, it's very simple. He wants to win, but he wants to win being involved. The problem with this offense is when he's too involved, we don't win, right? It's weird. We weren't winning this year when he was too involved, okay? So that's the issue he's having. He wants to win, right? But what problem this year was he let all the issues that he can't control affect his play at times. That's the problem with AJ Brown in 2025, 2026. That's the AJ Brown problem. That's it. That's where his problem starts, and that's where his problem ends. And you keep your mouth shut about things in-house. If you don't like the play calling, etc., that's 101, dude. Okay? All right? We don't need you on a Twitch stream that you know is going to blow up. We don't need you. We just don't need it. It's unnecessary when things aren't going right. It's unnecessary. It doesn't help things. There's going to be guys on the offense that don't like it. There's going to be guys who feel like I feel. There's going to be guys who feel like Rob feel. And there's going to be guys who feel like you feel. You two feel. That's how a locker room works. So you got to look at it from that perspective. Anytime those things happen, how do guys like myself in the middle or Rob far over on AJ, how do those guys feel about him? And those guys leaders of this team too, because he's a leader. So as I see on your goddamn chest, I don't need that extra stuff. That comes with the territory. And if you guys don't agree with that, you think one time is not a big deal, it's bigger than we think it is. That doesn't mean he doesn't want to be here. That doesn't mean any of those things. I mean, this is what diva wide receivers do. I'm not even calling him a diva, but this is essentially what number one wideouts do unless you're Justin Jefferson. Okay? This is what they do.
And he went through it earlier this year, too.
He did.
But he didn't say a word all year.
He was throwing helmets and throwing shit on the sidelines.
Well, being mad about not winning. About being mad about not winning.
I mean, we could argue you're right that it wasn't needed, but again, we also live in a new world of sports athletes that are more accessible than they've ever been.
It doesn't change what a locker room is.
But they all love him in there.
I'm not telling you they don't. You assume everybody loves you until you say something fucking stupid when you're not playing well. It can rub people the wrong way. I'm not telling you he's the reason we weren't successful. You guys understand. I'm in the middle of it. I like AJ, right? But you can't run from the fact that he semi-ish quit towards the end of this season on us. If you don't say he did, he didn't play to his capabilities. So as much as he finger pointed at other people, when you finger point, now it's on eyeballs and on you. So you can't drop 6 or 7 passes and 2 big games down the stretch, one being a playoff game. And if you think I'm wrong on that, then I think of a guy's a superstar and you guys think he's just good. Because superstar number one wideouts, I want the ball like that. Don't do that. And we don't know him. We don't know him by doing that. That's not how we know AJ Brown. But my point of it is, like, he let the outside stuff and he let all the things he can't control affect his play. That's where we did one time too many is my point. He let other things dictate his focus and concentration on helping us win.
What about his tweet right after the Super Bowl? He's just like, I'm paraphrasing, obviously. I don't have the tweet in front of me. He was just like, oh, yeah, we won. It's not as cool as like I thought it was going to be. You know why he said that? Because Saquon Barkley rushed for 2,000 yards, and he didn't have 2,000 yards receiving.
No, he said that because he wasn't involved in the offense.
Just lost.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Yep. Terrible loss.
Why ever he said that? Why would you say why would you say that?
I'm telling you why he said it,
day
because he
after the
wants
Super
it.
Bowl?
He wants it both ways. He wants to win, but he wants to be involved and be part of the winning. So when he's not getting the ball in the Super Bowl and we crush him,
That scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
yeah, but it's not enough for him.
That's not no.
He needs 10 catches.
Tom's right.
He needs 130 yards. Like he needs to be in the conversation for Super Bowl MVP and win the Super Bowl. He wants the best of both worlds. He wants the selfishness because he believes he's that good to be able to carry you, right? And you want that from your athletes. You see where I'm in the middle here? You want that from your athletes. Okay? But you at some point, like one's got to matter a little bit more than the other. You understand what I'm saying, guys? At some point, fork hits the road here, and we got to go one way or the other here. So what matters more? Is it 1,500 yards and 10 tutties? Or is it I want to go back to the Super Bowl?
And he's been a problem in both scenarios.
I mean, Mike Vrabel is a Tom Arnone guy. You understand? Tom Arnone is a Mike Vrabel guy. I think. Mike Vrabel.
What does that mean?
Hear me out. Mike Vrabel was in that organization. If we say he was a part of that trade, not part of the trade, I don't know. Right? But he was still there after the fact he was traded. So, connect the dots a little bit. Maybe coming with Jalen, who's a family of him, has been able to keep him in check. I don't think anybody looks at it that way. I don't think anybody looks at it.
Didn't want him traded.
What?
That's part of why Mike Vrabel got fired in Tennessee because he didn't want AJ Brown traded.
I thought he was pissed about it. I thought he was pissed about it.
Yeah.
No, but so here, I'll give you.
Maybe that's not why he was fired, but I know
he
didn't.
Fired. He lasted another 2 years there.
I'll give you like the reverse on like just the Super Bowl.
Well,
like, oh yeah, maybe
after they traded
no shit. I'm not telling you, but he's the head coach of a football team that AJ Brown was traded from, and he's there the next
Tom
2 years.
Arnone loves Mike Vrabel.
Tom Arnone's a Mike Vrabel guy. I hate the Patriots, but I'm a huge Mike Vrabel guy as a head coach. The only guy I would fire Sirianni for is Mike Vrabel. That's it.
That's ridiculous. But
you guys are ridiculous because you guys don't understand the importance of a real head coach when they have damn good coordinators. The impact of a guy that cares about his players. You guys don't look at it deeper in the fucking video game. God damn it.
All right. Well, we're probably still playing football if Sean McVay's our head coach calling offensive plays.
Okay. We're playing. Matthew Stafford's a goddamn pimp. So takes two to tango, baby. You understand? Takes two to tango.
I mean, everyone was telling me Jalen
Ryan Tannehill
until this year, and then
Ryan fucking Tannehill, he won games with.
But he didn't coach the offense. What does that have to do with anything?
Huh? Where did that the debate come in? What is that? That was the whole point of my conversation. Is that the damn good ones don't need to do it? They lead the men. You're just delirious.
I guess I'm not picking up what you're putting down for me.
What did I put down? I put it very clear, right? I'm a variable guy.
I don't agree with what you put down.
You're claiming okay.
Yes, I would rather have an offensive mind like McVay than a CEO, Vrabel or Sirianni. Yes.
Okay. I'm not here to argue it. So if that's what you're trying to get out of me.
But Sirianni's run numbers around McVay.
He has indeed.
Yeah, like I'm not.
This coaching staff.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. The great ones put a staff together. Like the great ones are willing to put the ego aside and lead the men, man. I'm telling you, it's changing. It's changing. Like a lot of guys do it. The good ones do it because they're better. Listen, some guys are great play designers. McVay's a great play designer. And he's a great head coach. Like, there's not debating this, right? But some guys are like, dude, I'm a really good. Like, Vrabel's a damn good coordinator, right? But the point is, some guys are like, dude, I don't want both roles. Like, I know what I'm great at. I can lead these guys. I can get these guys focused and ready to play, right? I can care about them. I can care about their families. I can talk to them. I can have meetings with them. I have more time with my players when I'm not focused.
Okay, here's the main reason why. And Vrabel fits because Vrabel is a defensive guy, and the Patriots are, I would say, for the most part, winning because of their defense. Is that fair? Even though understand Drake May's good, but Nick Sirianni is an offensive coach, and the Eagles lose because of their offense. That doesn't sit well with Nick Sirianni with me. That's my only knock on the guy.
1 year.
That's my only knock on Nick.
This year was the reason. This year was the offense.
That's my only knock on Nick too. Right.
Like
but
D'Amico Ryan.
I don't think he was
they're
hired.
not sitting home because of the head coach's expertise, supposed.
No,
That's the only knock you can say about Nick Sirianni. Because he does a lot right. You don't win a lot of games in this league like Nick Sirianni has by being a stone dope. You just don't.
Nick Sirianni was not hired. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's clear as day. Nick Sirianni was not hired because he was a great offensive mind. I'm telling you, he was not hired because he's the smartest guy in the room in the play sheets. He got hired because they knew he could connect to the fucking players, and he's a football guy through and through. Right? He cares about the fucking game. He's passionate, and he cares about his fucking players, and they know he does. They know he does. And that's why you win like that. You don't win like that by accident. You win like that because you give a shit. You give a shit. And you know football. Like, I'm not like telling you guys he was hired like a clueless idiot and he just cares about players. That's not what I'm saying. When you're the Vrabel and Sirianni types and you get hired, now Vrabel's different, but when you're Sirianni, yeah, he's an offensive mind. I'm not questioning that. You know what I mean? But he's not built to run both. Like, some guys can't handle it and they know it. So that's when they realize, oh shit, if I got an experienced guys on both sides of the football and I trust those guys, we're going to eat. We're going to win a shit ton of games.
I have no problem. With Nick Sirianni. It was, what was it, 6 games into his tenure? He said, I'm not good at this. Here, Shane, you do it. And it worked. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But
ego. No ego.
I get it. He's I don't know. Now I'm just getting mad again that we're not playing. And stuff that I thought I was over. I'm not quite over it yet.
Don't get mad about it anymore.
I'm already over the season.
I'm trying to teach you something. I'm trying to tell you, don't expect without a legit offensive coordinator, don't expect him to be like, yo, man, I'm gonna pick up bad play and make it good. No, he took bad play and made it like marginally better through the year.
Okay, but he picked the offensive coordinator, and I'm not buying this stuff that everyone has jammed down my throat that they were too late to the bowl to get a competent offensive coordinator because they went to the Super Bowl. I think that's a bunch of nonsense. Well,
you're nonsense.
All right, fine, then I'm not.
That's common sense. Like, why are you going to run from common sense because you're feeling like you're giving them an out? Like, look, hear what I'm saying. You feel like you're giving them a pass by this. It's not a pass. It's like, okay, what's out there? There's nothing out there. There's literally nothing out there at that point of the year. By the time you win the Super Bowl and Kellen Moore takes a job at the Saints and you get through that after another week, right? Okay. And then bang, then you find, then you got to go searching. So you're like, okay, I got a guy in the house. I trust him. You know, I trust him. I think we got experienced players here. Let's try to get a guy that we can keep here for the next 2-3 years. And that, I think that was their plan. But they knew going into it that there was a chance if their offense wasn't as good enough. But they went in this thing. Cam Jerkin was going to be an all-pro. Landon Dickerson's going to be an all-pro. Jordan Mulatto will be all-pros. You went up front. They didn't win up front. Mm-hmm. So that makes all your play calling look like shit. Okay? So that's why the guy's still in the building. And now, guess what they're doing? They're actively, don't get upset about last year into this year or anything, right? This year's a wrap now. So we're focused on 2026. So stay with me. Don't get caught up in what could have, should have been. Get caught up in what needs to be done right now. Because what's coming up,
I can't talk about that until they hire someone. I hate talking about coaching candidates.
You can project, you can conversate because there's 7 guys came in the door. So we're acting like there's 125.
I gave my opinion. If you don't have play calling experience in the NFL, I'm not interested.
Yeah, and I think that's
my only criteria.
They're going to hire a guy that has play calling experience, regardless. So you know that at minimum. So knowing that, are you confident going into 2026?
Of course I am. I'm not going to make any outlandish predictions in January, but the Eagles are going to be fine. They're going to be there's too much talent in here.
Oh, I said that all year too, but No, you're right. You're right. I'm not asking you to go give me win-loss. Right? That's not what we're doing here tonight.
I can do that right now. Our schedule's freaking easy.
I mean,
You can't right
I got
now.
3 road
you could
games to
do
go
it right
to.
now.
I mean,
Better
no
be
one
good.
cares
I'm
about
going to
that.
guess
3 road
that-
games.
I
What?
guess that shit's out. We know who we're playing.
Where are you
right?
going?
Said-
Tennessee, Jacksonville. Well, Jacksonville you'll drive to.
Yeah.
Tennessee, and then what? Arizona or San
Arizona.
Francisco? Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
So what? We play the West.
I hear they do golf out in Arizona pretty well.
We put it west.
Yeah. Golf. Hey, let me. I might check in on that Arizona trip for you. I might check in on that one.
Oh, look at you
We gotta
two.
get out there.
Look at you two, fucking pen pals.
Look, man, look, hey, I want to go play golf
Yeah,
in
why
Arizona.
not?
If the
Which
Eagles
game,
so happen
Arizona?
to play that weekend, hey, that's cool.
No,
with
that's
me.
a spot. Like again, if like we're not doing this tonight, but like you're done the stadium, I'm in. Like I'll come to a lot more games. Like I'll be more enticed to come to a game in 32-degree weather when I'm going inside.
Mhm.
But I still would never show up to an Eagles home game. I'd rather go to an away game. I don't know. I feel like it's easier.
I've only ever been to one Eagles away game. It was in Tampa the year after the Super Bowl. Well, the
I
year
was
I
before.
went to-
really, yeah, I was there. It was
I
fun.
went to.
I went.
That was
It
the
was,
year
a
we
hun-
got
it was a
smoked.
thou- it was 1,000 degrees. I was sweating my nuts off. in
This
the
year
I
upper
went to
even
deck.
Eagles
worse.
Cowboys when Randall punted it 99 yards in Dallas or whatever it was, something
Yeah, it was
crazy.
in Dallas.
Yeah.
I was at that game on the field afterwards, old stadium, not new one. But that was cool. And I feel like I got into the stadium pretty quick. You know what I mean? Like it was like I didn't feel like an Eagles game where it's like impossible to park unless you've just been going down there forever. I'm not a guy that's gonna sit out in like 22 degrees and be there 5 hours before the game. Like that does not entice me one bit. Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. That's just me. Some guys can like love the cold. You go buy a bunch of heated jackets. I don't know, but I just can't. Yeah, I mean, I can't. So I feel like it's a headache if you want to go down there an hour before and get into that game.
Mhm.
And it's probably like that.
Yeah,
most
that's why I do like my 1, maybe 2 games a year. Right? My 1, maybe 2 games a year. Because I can do it once a week. I can't do it every week.
yeah,
I
I
can
didn't
do it
used
like
to
once a
like
year.
doing the one a year. To your
Yeah.
point, I used to enjoy that one. You know, get a nice warm October
Well,
game.
maybe we won't have 7 primetime games next year since we lost in the wild card round. That was a pain in the ass.
Most likely, you're right. Yeah. Our
I'm not
schedule's
worried about
gonna
the
be drastically
primetime
different.
games. I'm just worried about not having consistent home games. Like just
Good point,
when you-
Joey.
That was a pain in the ass too.
First team to ever make the
I don't-
playoffs
I don't
with
drink like
that
that,
schedule,
Joe.
like not having back-to-back home games. First team to ever make the playoffs. Good point,
How
Joey.
do you
I
like
that
make
too.
that? Like they spend months doing
Yeah,
that,
that-
and
that
they
doesn't
and they
do-
they
I'm not-
came up with that.
I remember my first tailgate.
Who, me?
No. I'm talking
Joey?
about the comment. Yeah.
Oh, that's,
Why,
that's
what are you-
Joey.
Then you
What
got
did
to
he
piss
say?
the whole time. That's at least me. I got to piss then the
Oh,
whole
you
time.
just go in the trees. The cops don't care.
No,
Dude,
I'm
you
talking
can
about in
rob.
the
You
stadium.
can rob a 7-Eleven in South Philly and be
I'm
out. by
talking about in
kickoff.
the stadium. I don't want to get up every other play to go piss.
What do you mean? You got to know. Well, this is I go to a lot of games, so you got to know when to go. When you see that clock hit 5-6 minutes left in the second quarter, you go take a piss real quick. You're in and out. Boom. Part of the reason the Link sucks. The Link is the worst stadium. It's the worst. There's not enough bathrooms. There's not enough escalators. The parking sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
They rape you for parking.
That's not even that. It just sucks. Like getting to a Sixers game is easy. Like I found the perfect spot that I literally get out of the parking lot in packed arenas in 5 minutes, and I'm literally home in 22 minutes. You know what I mean? Like I got the perfect way out of there where people are all going left and going towards the stadium. I go park back behind Xfinity Live. And then I just roll out the same way. Nobody's like there.
I know where you park. I know where that is.
Yep. It's like,
Easy.
see
I
it.
know where that is. Yeah.
I'll do the walk. I'll do that little walk.
Mhm.
It's not a
I
big
know, I
walk.
know exactly where you are. Yeah.
No, well, there's going to be more people now because all 43 people watching are going to park there now. You blew up your spot.
Yeah, I don't expect them all to be diehard Sixers. No, we'll take our chances here. We'll take our chances.
But no, we get the Jetro pass with my dad's tickets. It's a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nightmare.
You couldn't sign me up, dude. If I had like an RV, maybe. Like if I had like a heated RV, Like,
Or
okay,
you just sit there for an hour afterwards, give people.
I
time to
do
get
yeah,
back.
yeah, both ways. Both ways. Like if I'm cold, I can
Yeah.
go inside and
Yeah.
have a good time inside for a little bit and watch some pregame stuff or watch other games that are on. Like, yeah, you could sign me up for some of that stuff. But just going out there and freezing my dick off, I'm good. I'm good. Like I'm talking about late game. I'm not talking about September.
Oh yeah, what the like a late November, like December, January games. Those things stink. Sign me up. Sign me up for a 65 and sunny October game any day of the week.
I'll be there every time with you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm not. I fuck. Who likes sit out in 25?
Look, hey, all I know is that
Eagles
Eagles
makes it feel 14. That's cute. Yeah, that's a good time. I'm
that
sick the whole next week.
I am a big in-person watching an NFL game guy over watching it on my TV.
I disagree.
I'm the opposite way. I miss so much.
I want to watch what I want to watch, though, not what the camera's showing me.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But hey, man, I do like that Eagles Rams game
you
in the
wanna
snow
watch?
last year. That was amazing.
Whatever I want. That's the point.
This year, what were you looking at?
No, like I don't like. I'm not always watching the quarterback.
I know. This year, what were you looking at?
Zooming in on AJ Brown.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'm
staring at him.
AJ
Just
Brown.
like
No, you like to look.
staring
I
at
like to
AJ
look
Brown
at.
the whole time. Yeah.
Saw AJ's ass for fucking 8 games. Just had to stare at his ass, do nothing for 8 games.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I only went to 3.
3 games, man. Fucking
I
just
went to
stare at
3
his
this year.
backside.
Well, it killed me. It was a killer this year with the prime times and the no back to backs.
Yeah.
It was rough. Even my dad was selling tickets. He went 20 years without missing a game.
Yeah,
He's had him the whole time at the link. No, but like to like what I like is watching, because like you can tell before the snap if wide receiver A or wide receiver B, no matter what team, whether it's the Eagles or the opponent, if they're going to have an edge up on the DB. And I think it's way easier to see who's weak or strong in the trenches from the stands as opposed to the TV. And I don't know, I like seeing like plays develop on like with my eyes. Like there's the hole right there. Oh, Jalen didn't run through it and he rolled right and threw it incomplete again. I did that a lot. I did that a lot this year.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
was
mean, like,
brutal
look,
with
if you give me
I was
the
at
all
the
22
Lions. I was at the
angle as a
Lions
TV,
game,
that'd be
Tommy. You
sick.
would have loved that game, Tom.
I was at that game.
You were at the Lions game. That was the
I was
worst game
in
I've
the
ever been
first
to in
row.
my entire life. Oh my God, it was negative. I don't care what the weather said. It was negative degrees with the wind chill. It was so fucking cold, and absolutely nothing happened the entire time. You would have loved it, Tom. Yeah, you would have loved it.
I didn't have to
so
pay.
fucking
I didn't have
cold.
to pay
Nobody
for
can
a
feel
ticket
their
that
hand.
night, so it was a lot easier for me. But yeah, it was a pretty boring game. But the seats I had were phenomenal.
I love how like everybody in the stands is like bundled the fuck up, right? And then we're like bitching at guys because our offense isn't good enough in fucking 0 degrees. You know what I mean? Like, or the wind at 30 miles an hour. And it's
That's
like,
why
oh, man.
I mean, I said it. We need a dome. Jeffrey needs to build a dome. I read an article that they're making major renovations to the link, which I think is a mistake. I want to push the button to blow that shithole up and build a dome.
Yeah, it was never a great stadium to me.
Well, I think even if they build a dome, it's just going to be on top of the link as it is.
Yeah, because there's nowhere else you could put it. Where else are you going to put it?
I read the Franklin Mills Mall could potentially be a spot.
I think
I've heard that rumor quite a bit.
Anybody advocating for going off-site, I think, is a moron.
No, I don't. I think that was a joke, Brings.
It makes sense, though, if they want to build a dome. Can't say it doesn't make sense.
Why can't you just blow it up and build them?
Well,
Because you have to build the stadium first before you blow up the link.
Like what you'd end up doing is you put it in the Phillies lot.
Yeah, it's 2026, guys. You get a stadium up in a year. It's fine. It won't fall down.
I guess
it's not a year. It's like 6 months.
I'm joking. I am joking here. ChatGPT, it'll be fine.
Like when I sit at my seats, I'm in section 220. So every time I go to this stadium, I look to my left and there's a huge gap for the wind to come in. And then I look straight ahead, and there's a huge gap where the wind can come in. And then I look to my right, and there's another huge gap where the wind can come in. Who on God's green earth thought that was a good idea?
Well, that's why it's a green stadium. We got all the wind turbines to catch all the wind.
For Christ's sake. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, don't do this tonight. Yeah.
Stop.
I'm not doing
Stop.
that.
Look,
I'm
man,
gonna-
I'll never forget watching the snow swirl at Eagles Rams the divisional round last year. It was sick. It was cool as shit in person to see it swirling.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Were you at that game too? I was at that game.
I was at that game. Yeah.
Best game
Yeah,
ever.
It was great. It was phenomenal.
That's why the Bills are home running it. Like that stadium's a home run. Like no wind gets through.
Did you see
Oh,
pictures
dude,
of
they're
that
getting a
thing?
new
It
one.
looks like it's
Yeah,
from
sick.
the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it had to be built to keep wind out.
Yeah, they're trying to keep wind out. That's pretty futuristic.
It's pretty cool because you're thinking
It's
about
insane.
no wind. You're thinking about how you get no wind in there, right? But then still have the elements. Because wind is what kills you. If you go playing 25 degrees, no wind, I'm out there all day. It ain't a big of a deal.
True.
The
It's
wind is
true.
what kills you in the cold. It could be 22 degrees, no wind. Buffalo could be 10 degrees, no wind. It just doesn't feel as cold. Like it's
Wind
cold.
is the
but
worst.
The wind,
worst
the wind goes
inclement
through your
is-
body. The wind
Yeah,
goes through your body.
It could
Cold,
be zero.
cold.
It could be 0 degrees and no wind. I'll be fine. If it's 35 degrees with wind chill, I'm freezing.
And especially these guys, no wind, and you're running around in 25 degrees, 20 degrees. Like it doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel as bad.
Mm.
You know, and then when these guys are on the field a ton. So, you know what I mean? Like essentially it'd be like freezing because they got a big ass jacket. But you know what I mean?
Know how you know wind is the worst inclement weather? Because it sucks in the summer too, because you got to figure out how you're going to hit your golf shot. Because it's
Yeah,
stupid wind.
Yeah, I don't ever have to worry about it.
Oh,
I'll get you to golf up in Boston this summer, Tom.
No,
We'll
it's
go over
not
there.
even. No, you won't because it's not worth anybody's time. Like for me to slice something through somebody's living room, fucking kitchen, or living room kitchen. I'm so tired. Through somebody's living room isn't a good time for anybody.
I love it.
A good living room slice.
I actually am an elite ball striker, Thomas.
Yeah, I am.
Me and my 13 handicap.
I'll come out and chip and putt the hell out of it, but the drive is not my cup of tea. Too handsy. You know what I mean? It's too handsy. That's why I'm probably better right-handed when I do it than left-handed. It's weird.
I think I saw a video that I think it somehow came across that video that we all went out. Yeah, you were all like the other way, but it hit it right down the middle. And then it wasn't on video, but I remember then you turned in the back nine, you turned right-handed, and you hit better.
Yeah, it was slightly better. It wasn't like we're not going to go crowning it, but
Yeah,
I'm sure if I did it a bunch, I could get a lot better right-handed. You know, but then the other part is being left-handed. Like nobody ever has left-handed clubs, so I'm like, I'm not buying clubs. You know what I mean? Like if I was right, so then a lot of times I'll just go out. When I went out, I would just go right-handed. But now I'm not as good of a putter. I'm not as good of a chipper. But I'm better left-handed at those things. You know what I mean? So
You need like a mixed bag of like
yeah.
Well, you need a righty set with like a couple wedges, like for around the green, right? You need a lefty putter. It's simple. It's no problem.
No problem.
No problem. It's easy.
No problem. Oh, where we at? Phil's before we get out of here.
Phil's, yeah. Let me bitch about the Phil's for a bit.
Stove.
God, dude.
We're content.
stove content.
Shoot me in the face with your contentness. This team, even as good as they're going to be, they'll still win 90 games. This team is a joke if you think we're getting better. It's an absolute joke for you to say we're content with where we are, as you're watching your other division rivals like trade for another pitcher today, a guy who was fourth best pitcher in the National League or the league last year, and Freddie Peralta. Now we'll see if he can do it again this year, because I think it was a bit of an outlier year. But like they, just stole Bo Bichette from under your nose. Obviously, they overpaid him and they gave him a ton of money for like a 3-year deal with opt-out so he can come back in and hit the market again next year. So I'm not mad at Bo Bichette for that. I'm mad at the Phillies for letting him walk out the door with the deal. Then he was apparently driving back to Philly to sign the contract. So before the Mets were like, oh, yeah, we're going to give you all this money. Screw Kyle Tucker for resetting the market, which made Bo Bichette not come here. That's his fault. Screw Rob Thompson for saying we're not running it back because you're overturning 20 to 30% of your roster. Your lineup is exactly the same. It's exactly the same fucking lineup. The only difference is Adolis Garcia is in for Nick Castellanos. Everything else is the exact goddamn same, and you lose the starting pitcher in Ranger Suarez.
Yeah,
right.
Well, that's the one move I think.
That's it.
That there's one move out there still on the table that I think puts us right back in the conversation that can hang with any team in the NL. And that's Framber Valdez. I think if you go out and get Framber, it just changes everything, and you're elite on the mound. We talked about pre-show. We know what this bullpen is. It's lengthier now, right? You got a big-time closer, right? I think you got a big-time setup man in Alvarado, and you got other pieces too that we all really like. So that's a big part of your team. So sometimes the fork hits the road, and you got to decide which way you're going to go. Hey, we're going hitters. We're locked in on Bo. We lose Bo. Okay, now I got to divert, and I got to think, and I got to replan how I can build my baseball team here with a month to go before spring training. Right? How do I build my baseball team? Well, simple now. Now it's clear as day. The bats aren't out there for you to change the complexion of how we are constructed. Okay, there just isn't. So what is out there? Well, there's a top of line arm out there, and if you have the opportunity to run Framber and Zach and Christopher out there, woo. And you just got to get to Alvarado and Johan.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm a disgruntled season ticket holder.
Well, that's how you get undisgruntled. You can get undisgruntled.
That would help. You're correct.
And then you know what else I probably do? I'm not even kidding with you guys. You guys can laugh at me. I don't care. I probably move Harper out to the outfield, and I probably go bring Reese back then, just for somebody to drive 25 homers to get my outfield better. Because I got 25 plus homers in my outfield, and I got 25 plus homers at a corner position. I need to then go do that too. Like I'm telling you, you get him for dirt cheap. It's a locker room guy. Fine, go win on the mound. And I hope you get enough long balls.
Why do we have to go dirt cheap though?
I'm not saying because you're going to go spend a ton of money on a
okay, fair
starting pitcher. That's where I'm going.
Fair.
So I'm allowing you to go to the Harrison Baders, go to the Reese Hoskins, and try to make yourself deeper there, like offensively. Try to go get some more right-handed bats to try to make up for not getting Bo in that way, but go get another lefty and let's just dice up the country. Because now we have the best staff in Major League Baseball, and we're right back in the conversation in contention in the National League. We're just as good as the Dodgers with one pitcher. I'm serious. It's that crazy. Because when the series gets short, on one arm can win a game. And win a game can win a series. That's how you put yourself back in play. I'm not telling you we're better than anybody.
You're right, and they're boxed into doing it because they raised my season ticket pad. I only go to the Sunday games. I don't have every game. I'm not a psycho. They raised my ticket prices like $500 from this, like a substantial increase.
And you're right about that. Hold on, you're right about corporate Pumper. Shut the fuck up, okay? Because you're always doing this shit. You always want the Latin flair. I give you Latin flair. Now you say, "Oh, brother." I know right where your head's at. You don't. Nothing's enough.
He doesn't like anything. But to my point about the tickets, like, okay, but like you raise my tickets and you let $10.5 million arbitration number from Alec Boehm, who absolutely stinks. I hate him more than AJ Brown. Get in the way of you potentially significantly upgrading this roster.
Let me ask you both the question, you and Joey, who are anti-Bohm guys. Okay, let me just ask you both the question. You Bryson Stott guys? You Bryson Stott guy?
Not really. Not like.
Because it's always Alec Boehm We got
Yeah,
at least two.
you're right. Bryson Stott is also a first-round pick who hasn't.
Well, I don't think
Is
Alec
that your
Bohm should be
point?
batting the 4-hole. Like I think we put too much on the player when they're batting out of the position. I really think they'd be the best fit for this baseball
Who's
team.
supposed to hit fourth then?
That's not my fucking problem. That's the goddamn managers.
I'm asking manager who should hit fourth if Alec Bohm's not hitting fourth.
Kyle Schwarber.
Okay.
Okay, who's hitting 2?
So what's your lineup then?
Like, right this
assuming
minute,
they're content.
Oh.
Tom, you
This
can
is-
get
this is
Framber
your lineup.
Valdez all day long. This team has
Okay, assuming they're
3 years
content.
in the
Like,
playoffs.
hold on. Well, like I got to go look at everything to be able to give you a lineup. All right, I'm not just going to come out.
Because Schwarber hit 58 home runs in the 2-hole. I figured we would just.
Yeah, like I'll give you.
We're content. Why
this
would
is-
we change the lineup? Like
This is what I would do.
He did make a cryptic, and he did have a cryptic answer to shaking up the lineup, especially at the top, which was odd to me. Because I don't know how much you're changing.
what can you
those
do?
three.
What can you do?
That's exactly it.
Unless Crawford comes in and is Willie Mays and can hit leadoff.
He's hitting in the 9-hole.
I get it. But that's the only thing you like. That's the only thing that I see that can.
Unless you're putting Adolis Garcia
revolutionize
in
things
unless you're putting
offensively.
Adolis Garcia at 4. Like that's the only one like who's a guy who could be a 4-hole hitter.
Well, I'm
that
not
isn't
even a
Bohm.
fan of that side.
No, because I think I would bet Harper 4. I bet Bohm 3.
No, because I'd flip it then. I'd rather have Bryce bat 2 and I'd have Schwarber bat 4.
And you could do it that way.
What's
too.
your point? What's your point though? With
If you didn't
my
want to move Schwarber,
stock
is my
guy?
point. Huh?
What's your point?
I just think
Stott's similar to Bohm.
I just think he brings you no offensive production, and Bohm brings you both.
The difference, though, is Bohm is up next for a contract. So that's why he's the lightning rod right now.
Maybe he'll do good because he's in a contract year. Baseball guys do stuff like that all the time.
His contract is up after this year, where Bryson still has another year or 2 left of arbitration. So this is Alec Bohm's make it or break it year.
You also
Whether he's getting an extension or whether he's even going to get any play on the open market for any big money, right?
I think that. I mean, who knows if the reports are true? But if they were floating them out there,
nobody wanted him.
Nobody wanted them. So that's telling. That's telling to me.
Yeah,
which is weird but I also think that's Dombo tipping his hand and just running down his value.
He's done a poor job this offseason.
I think he's done a poor job his entire tenure when you look back at it.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
The Red Sox saved Dombrowski. Chris Sale saved Dombrowski. Because like if you go back and look at David Dombrowski's like tenure, obviously he was in he's got 2 World Series. So that Tigers team before they won was one of the worst teams in baseball 2 years before. Right. And then trading for Chris Sale put Boston back over the top when he was there. And with the talent that you had 1 shot at making a World Series and like potentially winning the World Series. You missed out on it where those other 2 teams capitalized on the option. But it's not like they went back, at least when he was there. Tigers didn't do anything after that one. Red Sox have been on like a plateau or downward spiral since that point.
And to that point, now you had what he did in both those spots is he emptied the deck in terms of prospects, and he got established guys. Here, he's hugging them. He's hugging them like they're the next Babe Ruth. Like we don't have Garrett Crochet in Philly in a Phillies uniform because we don't want to give up Aiden Miller. Ridiculous.
See, like I disagree with that.
You have no idea what Aiden Miller is going to be. No clue.
That's fine. Like, look, you can disagree with that. Now, I think back to like 2012, 2013, when you had that run, right? You won 1 World Series, you emptied the tank trying to win more, and then you were awful for 10 years. You're awful for 10 years. You were despicably bad, right? 4 years later, you're the worst record in baseball. You had the #1 overall pick, right? I'm almost in the sense where like I'd rather get rid of Bohm and play Aiden Miller tomorrow, right? Get the kid up, let him play. Let Justin Crawford play 162 games out in center field, right? Bring Andrew Painter up, let him go out there and play. Even if he's the 5th starter, like, hey, this is your job, go play. See what these kids have, right? Put them in the lineup, get these older guys some juice. You're around established guys, and you play like that, right? Because now that you didn't sign the Bichette, the Kyle Tucker, the Cody Bellinger, you didn't spend that big money, and I don't think there's anything out there for you to really trade for, at least in like the market. Like based off what the Mets gave up for Luis Robert, who I think stinks, but is guaranteed he's going to be good now because he plays for the Mets instead of us. Like they gave up Acuna's brother, who I think is a pretty damn good player, for someone who is Nick Castellanos or worse, right? He's just a Latin Cuban version of Nick Castellanos to me.
Well,
who can play center field.
What beats good hitting?
Defense.
Good defense and good pitching.
Yeah, I mean, I just think you have to restructure. We're already built to win on the mound, so even without Framber, right?
Right. So, like, if we're looking at this and looking at these younger guys, what does Justin Crawford and Miller do?
I don't know.
Hit singles and doubles. They get on base. They don't need to hit home runs. You got guys that hit home runs. They're hitting solo home runs though, because there's nobody on goddamn base for them.
Oh yeah, I mean,
get these guys on base. Like,
listen, there just wasn't enough grinding ABs. It was all homer. You know what I mean? It was all long ball or nothing. And that's been something they haven't changed. But you know, and then the Garcia moves is weird to me because you're like, okay, well, that's another big strikeout guy. You know, like why are you adding it just because he's a righty? Why are you adding another big strikeout guy?
At the time, it wasn't that strange. I mean, it still was strange, but like because it was so early, you could talk yourself into it making sense.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, okay, cool.
Like if
you
that's
got a
your
guy,
worst guy in the outfield, then
that's not a problem.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be the appetizer to a big move.
Exactly.
That's
why
your big move can't be Kyle Schwarber. Like
Right.
your big move can't be Kyle Schwarber. Your big move had to be
he
Kyle
was already
Schwarber.
here. That doesn't even count, Mike.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
count.
it doesn't count. Like re-signing your own guys doesn't count.
they
Like,
tried to
re-signing
make it count.
Mookie
They
doesn't
tried
count.
to.
Yeah, bullshit.
You got to go out and get. I'm telling you guys, if you go out and get Framber Valdez, this team is the best team in the NL East again. Like because the rotation's delicious. Like the rotation's disgusting. Like if Noah's not good enough, hey, we'll put Painter in then.
Well, no, we'll
Again,
get
like,
a jump.
look,
He's pitching for Italy.
You know what I mean, man? That's how you roll. Because now you have 6 arms. So now you got some older guys. Well, guess what? Maybe now you can go 6-man rotation sometimes, but you can do different things. Like guys are going to go to the DL or IL. I can't say DL anymore. Guys are going to go to the IL, right? And when they go to the IL, it's nice to have another guy up, even if he's a long relief guy. And not saying you want to do that to Andrew Painter, but who gives a shit if you're trying to win a World Series, right? Like guys up with a big league club.
I just don't understand why Painter is here still. If you're going to sign Framber Valdez, you should have traded him at the deadline.
I can still trade him right now, can't I?
You can.
Dude, I can't understand people who want to get rid of Andrew Painter. Andrew
I
Painter
don't want to get rid of Andrew
years
Painter.
old. No, but like it's not just right here, right? Like
you have 6 starters. What's wrong with that?
That again, that's fine. I'd be okay with that. Like you
I think
ease these
600
guys back in.
baseball.
Zach Wheeler's probably not going to be himself in the first half of the year, so you're going to need those different stuff, like different options, right? But like in general, I've heard of people complaining that Andrew Painter hasn't been here for like 2 years. Andrew Painter's 22, 23 years old. It's his second year, like returning from Tommy John, right? And it's the hardest injury to return from in baseball. That first year back is always kind of iffy. That second year is that year that you see guys are good, right? So the Phillies last year talking about how like the stuff looked good, the rotation looked good, but his command was off. So I'm expecting this year, maybe he doesn't start the year with the big club, even though I do think he should, depending on whatever happens with the rotation. He starts the year with the big club, or maybe he does a couple starts in AAA. Then he looks lights out, like the number 1 pick that he was, and a guy who was like a consensus top 5 prospect in baseball, right? That you have under control for however long you want to have him for, and somebody who should be a part of your future, right? Now, if you're not going to go out and sign these big name guys, I want to see Justin Crawford play 162 games. I need to see Andrew Painter play.
Well, that's
I need to see Aiden Miller. Show me Aiden Miller every other day in spring training. Get him at bats against major league guys. And if you start him in AAA, that's cool with me. That's okay.
Can Aiden
Start him
Miller
in
play
AAA.
second base?
Aiden Miller can play wherever the hell he wants. He can play second base. He can play
That's the
third.
assumption I'm working on.
He can play wherever he wants.
I'm just saying, like, if these guys are so untradeable, I need to see some ROI. Or else, if I don't see ROI soon, like, why wouldn't you?
But to
go
Ryan's
get
point,
Byron
they're still
Buxton last
stupid
year?
young.
Justin Crawford is like 20.
He's 22.
Yeah. Like
Okay, so
But
what?
I see guys come up at 20 and 21 all the time, and the Phillies.
We've never had that guy.
No.
We've never
That's
had
an
that
organizational problem, not the
Who
prospect.
was the last guy to do that other than Paul Skeens? Paul Skeens was. And he came up and he was the consensus number 1 overall pick, won a national championship at LSU, and then
He was older than he was.
Look, you're never
22.
like
He was a
23.
4-year college guy.
Who was the last guy to do it? Bryce Harper in like 2015?
if I were a major league GM in a Philadelphia type market, I would have the 30th ranked farm system every fucking year, because every year would be win now, and I would trade my prospects that had buzz on the trade market for guys like Cara Crochet and guys like Freddie Peralta. And who else got traded this offseason? Luis Robert stinks. You're right on that, Ryan. I mean, I'm not worried about that one bit for the Mets. Other guys got traded too this offseason, didn't they?
Yeah, no one of notice.
No one of note. But in years past, we hear that these guys are untouchable because they're so good. Miss out on the deadline, and like you needed a bat last year. Like, you needed a bat. And if you're not going to give Justin Crawford, like you said, 162 games, show me what he's got after he's been Phillies minor league player, I believe, 2 years in a row, definitely last year in center field, then what are we doing? Why isn't Byron Buxton here? Or whatever. Byron Buxton's just examples. I remember he was available at last year's trade deadline.
No, he was. I don't think he was. Not for like anything.
Yes, I hear you.
Then like an
Rumored
insane
to
offer.
be available potentially for the right price.
Right. Now, like I was calling for Justin Crawford calling back to the deadline last year. I wanted him to come up and play. I remember it's like
they dicked around
August.
with Johan Rojas, who was trash for how long? When you got this guy, who I'm reading online is the next Willie Mays. Where is he?
It's not the next Willie Mays. He's more of.
I mean,
he's a
you might
contact
laugh, but
singles
Rojas
guy.
might be the right-handed platoon to Crawford if he's.
If Johan Rojas is on the opening day roster, I'm going to throw the biggest temper tantrum in ATD radio history.
I'm not banging the drum for Johan Rojas, but dude's 23 years old. Like, we also have to have a little bit of a
Okay,
you know.
well, I have more power than him. Real talk.
He was.
If you want to do
he
Phillies, if you want to do Phillies Olympic track team, give me Johan Rojas all day. I can't have it. I can't have guys like Johan Rojas on my team when I'm trying to beat the Dodgers. Like, the measuring stick is high, and that's not fair, because what the Dodgers are doing, in my opinion, is not fair.
I hate using that example, but he can't be Andy Pajes defensively.
Dude, you need outfielders that mash.
Andy Pajes hit 240.
How many home runs did he hit? 27 off the top of my head?
Yeah, maybe mid-20s.
Yeah.
Johan Rojas couldn't hit a home run out of a Little League stadium at 23. Like, those are not the kind of guys you need to be talking about being in the mix
but
on a high market championship contending team. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm paying for as a season ticket holder.
Right. I hear you. But for a cheap team that we are, like, we won't go over a luxury tax. Those are the guys that we're going to have. Because not everybody 1 through 9 are going to mash.
Then you're not going to win.
Dodgers did. Not everybody in that lineup mashed.
That goes back to Tommy's point. That's how you can make it somewhat better with Framber.
That's why they went out and got Kyle Tucker, because they had an opening in the outfield. They're top 4 mash. That's it.
They got Kyle Tucker just to say, "Fuck you. We have all this money."
Pretty much.
But they had a hole in left field, right? So
Judge makes 40. Kyle Tucker made 60. Like, it's ridiculous.
100%. debating that.
He
I'm
is a
just
loser.
saying
I agree.
this team's not going to have every hole with a 300 hitter. So, yeah, Crawford's going to get every opportunity. Painter's going to get every opportunity. But like Wilson said, where's the break in case of emergency? As of right now, that's Johan Rojas because he's on the roster and he's on the 40-man. Or it's Marsh.
That's not
Marsh
acceptable.
move over and Kemp every day. So
Look, man.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Martian left, Crawford, and
Marsh and
Garcia.
Kemp left.
Look,
Marsh
man.
and Kemp left.
You could almost
Crawford
talk
and
me into like instead of just cutting Castellanos, you could almost talk me into Castellanos playing left field.
I
You
bring
could
him back.
What's
the point? To your point, right? What's the point of me paying?
Yeah, why would I
$18
pay
million
him
for him to play somewhere else?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like why? Like he's the same, if not better, like at least situationally than Marsh sometimes, because Marsh is absolutely god awful against left-handed pitching, right? So at least Casty is decent against it.
Yeah, it's just they don't let him play. But I hear you.
Right, but still, like look, if you told me that I could have Justin Crawford in center field and then Castellanos and Adolis Garcia in the other corners, like you're like you put Casty out in left because I think it's a easier position to play probably, right? And you put Garcia, who's a better defender, out in right field. You go from there, and then your lineup looks a little bit better. It's not so super lefty dominant, right? You're not like platooning Bryson Stott, who people can have your reservations against him. He's really fucking good defensively, right?
He is good defensively.
So you don't need him to go and hit 25 home runs. I would like him to, but he's not going to.
Yeah, but most second basemen should be good defensively.
Right. But
you can't not hit because you're a first round pick and you're projected. You got to be able to bat 270, 265 for me. Like you can't be batting. You guys agree with that? Like I need production. I need 15 homers. I need 15 plus doubles. I want
to see everybody in the lineup hitting 260. I don't think anybody hitting 250 or below is like that's bad. I know it's a lot more acceptable nowadays, but the fact that there was only like 6 people in the league last year that hit over 300, that's a fucking joke. It's a joke. Put the ball in play. There's way too many strikeouts, right? Guys don't walk as much. Like, put the ball in play.
Phillies are good at that.
Yeah.
Phillies are good at that, the striking out part.
Yeah, and look, I think Alec Boehm gets a ton of bad rep, but that dude hits into more double plays than anybody in the entire goddamn world, right?
No, he does.
Especially on first pitches, dude.
Yeah.
You're rolling over a first pitch fastball in the outer half of the plate for a double play. Well,
I think why I get protected with some of these guys is because guys like Harper's the X factor, right? He's the X factor of the whole thing. Like we're coming in talking about, okay, he'll probably about 265, hit 25, maybe 30 homers, all right, maybe 90 RBIs. Can he have a 35, 40 home run season?
He needs to.
Like, can he have?
Need to.
Does he have another one in the tank? Because if he doesn't, that's a difference maker that can make us win the NL East and be a playoff team, or maybe not.
100%. The whole top 4, all top 3. Sorry, top
Trey. Those 3 have to hit.
Trey, yeah, 100%. There's no.
And then after those guys, I need Jesus.
Look at Pumper. He said to get more Latinos. He just went on a 15-minute rant about how we want Framber Valdez. I mean,
he said no to Framber Valdez. So like
Valdez is that sounds.
What you need is Adolis Garcia to play like he did in 2023. If he plays like he did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, your team is in a much better position than they are now, right? But based off how he's played, like last year specifically wasn't very good, but it was still even down last year was better than Castellanos. Played 140 games. So if he's going to play a decent enough position, then go from there. Pump. Weston Wilson just got DFA'd, so shut up, dude. Okay.
Really, Pump wants. He's going to talk about Latinos, and now he's in Latinos, and he's going to bring up Weston Wilson
at this point.
Of course he is. I haven't seen Pump in like months, dude. Where you been? Yeah, then must have complained about
I'm
apparently.
gonna stop rating them until the super chats come back.
Getting the corporate gig.
I don't know what he said though, but it wasn't good.
Well,
It wasn't good, Joe.
yeah, it couldn't have been good. Probably something like, I don't know why you're benching me for insert schlub, whatever it was.
Yeah. And I get it, guys want to play, but shit happens. But dude, even like a baiter would be nice. Like, I'm not a
Yes, DB. Yes, absolutely.
just go give me a little deeper out there, and maybe I can feel more comfortable. But this lineup really stinks when you really look at it. It's not.
It's just the same lineup. It's the same thing.
It's not good.
No.
This lineup
Once
really
you get
doesn't
past
like.
3, it's a whole bunch of you don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think they're just going to have to cut Castellanos?
Nobody wants him.
Nobody
Somebody will
wants-
pick him up after we release him, but nobody's going to trade for him.
No.
And I don't think they're going to release him. What's the point?
I don't know. I think they will release him because
He can't
Dombrowski's
be
said
there.
multiple times. He's not like, don't think he's going to be here. Yeah, don't think he's going to be here. Yeah, don't think he's going to be here. So, are they going to cut him? Eat the money? I wouldn't put it past him, but
Again,
like, why?
You tipped your hand, right? I don't think anyone probably already knew it, but you tipped your hand. And if you're so worried about the luxury tax and not going over it, then why are we eating $17 million of his deal, right? Like, why are we eating $17 million to Taiwan Walker's deal if we have to get rid of him? It's
No, I'd eat his deal. He stinks. At least Castellanos can be so productive.
I thought about it today. My whole thing with them was, why were you so reactive to JT? Like, same thing with Kyle. Like, JT had to come back with the way that you hamstrung yourself at the catcher position.
Mm-hmm.
So why did JT hanging out there flip you to Bo so late? Why were you in on Bo right away? Right? Just, you were getting ready to pay Bo $200 million. And then you pivoted to JT for 45. Ranger made 135. Now I was good with letting Ranger go because I just, the health is really the concern for me. But if you would have been on Bo early and Bo sniped you early, you could have Ranger back, and now your rotation for at least next year is just as good as it was previously for the same money.
Yep.
And then I said this on Sunday too. It's all for 1 year. It's all for 1 year. Whether a lockout or just new regulations are coming out next year, all you to do is pay it for 1 year.
Yeah, we were talking about it last week. Everything's going to reset.
At worst, $40 million comes off your books at worst.
And you make it right back.
In Nikki and Taiwan. So it brings you right back underneath the threshold. So it's not a rollover. You can go over, you can come back down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you go under it, it resets to 0 or whatever. It's not like, oh, you did it last year, but they're not doing it this year, but you did it next year. Like, no, it just goes back to 0. So it's a joke, man. It's a joke. Like, I was almost expecting them to not do anything, at least anything of note, just based off the way that they were talking about stuff. And then I knew that they were going to have that press conference, like, oh yeah, we're really, we're content with where we are. We think we're in a good spot. Like, no, dude, you're running it back again. It's the same shit. So you're bringing back the exact same team, maybe even slightly worse offensively because everybody's a year older than a team that couldn't score runs against the Dodgers, and against the team who have gotten better offensively. They've gotten better pitching wise. They have a true closer now. They got Edwin Diaz. Right, your division rival in the Mets just got the guy that you were trying to get, and their defense has gotten better in center field because Robert at least is good defensively. And then again, they just traded for a pitcher who's going to help out their rotation, which is their clear weak point. So now the back end of their bullpen hurts because they lost Edwin Diaz, but like the Braves aren't going to be as bad as they were last year. You're not just going to run away with the division. So you doing nothing to get physically better outside of the back end of your bullpen? Like, yeah, I get it. It helps, right? But how are you going to get there?
Yep.
Right? Like, are you going to score? Like, your guys are going to hold people to 3 runs a game every single night. Because where are your runs coming from?
There was opportunities this offseason for
There absolutely
stupid money.
was. There
For
was
stupid
absolutely
money.
like we've been talking about this. Like even like I don't know. I remember back when like in 2011, right when the Phillies signed Cliff Lee just because they could. I don't remember them talking about it, or maybe what it is. I don't remember exactly, but like they signed Cliff Lee just because they could have. Like, do that shit. Where's that? Like, spend that money.
You know what's crazy is this team has 6 first-round picks in their starting lineup.
Yeah.
Then they have a third rounder in JT and a second in Brandon Marsh. And then obviously Garcia is not drafted.
I actually thought, I thought
Great.
Marshy was one of the 6th. I thought he was a first rounder, but
Second round pick.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yep, nuts. So listen, they just don't have the
Bunch of underachievers, man.
The
Yeah.
last thing too is like part of me understands like, we're content. Like, what else they supposed to say in today's like media world with GMs? Like, what are they supposed to say? But like, I believe them. I don't think this is because what sold it for me is Topper getting like pissed off about the running back question. Like, oh yeah, we're turning over 25% of our roster. Yeah, with like rookies.
Yeah.
Crawford,
It's
Painter,
great, dude.
Otto
Awesome.
Kemp, you counted, which okay, cool, and Garcia.
Yeah, like it's not like it's.
I hope they play out, but are we really
You're really
counting
putting
that?
you're putting a lot of stock on.
Like, look, man, unless
Well, the
Justin
only other guy
Crawford-
you're missing is Wheeler, right? Because you didn't
Yeah.
finish the year with him. So you could look at that as like something coming back to you. Noah missed almost the whole year, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you could make a case like, okay, these guys are healthy. You know, we could be better than our 96 win team, but our division just got tougher.
Yeah.
So
And the Braves aren't going to stay down.
no,
like they have a down year, they'll be back.
They
Like
have a really good
and
rotation.
I just don't know the moves to get a right-handed bat in this lineup in the outfield positions because that's what you're missing, or just a bat period in the outfield positions because
a bat anywhere.
But even your infield's pretty together. You need
Your
somewhere.
infield's locked.
You need, if anything,
At this point,
yeah, like you can't even move Harper to the outfield right now because you didn't you weren't ahead of that.
You would have had to sign Alonso right with Schwarber or instead of Schwarber and make that move then. So that again, like we talked, so we can train his body because it's different. It's different.
Going back out. So either way, like you gotta go get creative now. Like you might have to trade something.
And to be honest with you, I'm not in on Gino Suarez.
No.
Too many strikeouts.
Yeah, I don't need
and he's not an upgrade defensively, right?
You could talk me into it just because it's something different. And I just want something different. Dude had 7 WAR last year. Like he was a stud. He was an absolute stud.
Yeah, but he didn't do much when he got to
yeah, but I feel like he never hit in Seattle.
He didn't do much in Seattle.
Yeah, but he doesn't hit in Seattle, but he'll hit here. Seattle's
He'll hit here. Like, look, where did he hit? He hit in Cincinnati. He was nuts in that hitter's ballpark. He hit really well in Arizona the first half of the year. Get him in this ballpark. He'll hit 40 bombs.
He'll hit.
You slide him in the 3-hole between Harper and Schwarber, then okay,
dude,
let's go.
I'm not a big fan of his, even though he always drives 40 homers. Like I'm not a huge fan in a weird way because of the strikeouts. But at this point, where we're at, it's him or Framber. So give me one of the two. Like at this point, give me one of the two, and I feel like okay, because I can make the case if we don't get Framber, like okay, we have our 5 starters. I'm good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like we have all 5. Painter's one of them. If not, then go get a right-handed bat, and then I guess you got to. Then you trade him Bohm.
Yeah, you trade Bohm for something, whether it's an outfielder that you can platoon, or maybe another reliever.
But
he's go back to the Harper conversation.
He'd be gone if he was bringing anything. If he was
my point is,
anything,
can you move him the first? Can you move him the first and then have the conversation with Harper? Even though we just said it's too late, but that's like the only way out.
That
If-
would have to
That
be.
would be the conversation. Yes, if you're not going to
And I'd
trade
be okay.
Bohm,
And I'd be
then
okay
yeah,
with that
I'd be
because
fine with that.
you're adding a right-handed bat. You're not just replacing one.
Yeah.
Right. So you slide Bohm over to first. You put Bryson
Your
left,
outfield's better.
and then your outfield just has more pop out of it. Right. You don't have to deal. You could trade Marsh. Marsh probably has something he can get for you. Right. I would think.
You don't have to trade him. He's a backup plan for, Garcia if he's stinking for a while and there's a righty on the mound. Like, so there's no reason to even get rid of him because you're still compliant. You still can get him, 300 ABs in different ways. You know what I mean?
The where you're at right now is what we were talking about come the end of the season when we were talking about roster construction of bringing Crawford up, bringing Painter up. You're relying on these guys now to be able to contribute because you haven't added anything, right? Everything's the same. So you're relying, even if you're going to bat Justin Crawford ninth, you still need him to go play good defense and get on base to set the table, right? And then you need Andrew Painter to go out there and give you 5-6 innings every night.
Yeah.
Right. Like you're asking these guys a lot. More so from Crawford than Painter, I think, just because they'll ease him in a little bit more. But you need Crawford to start performing like quickly because realistically, you want him in the leadoff spot or the 2 spot. If you could have it, if he's going to hit 300, you want him leading off. You want Trey Turner too, and it makes your lineup construction that much better.
No, the Crawford one's the big one. Like if he's good, we're good. We're
Right,
a lot
like
better. If he's a 300 hitter or 290 hitter, like we got a lot better.
Yeah, like if everywhere he's in the minor leagues, he's hit 300. He's hit upper twos. Like if he can come up here and do that, then great. Like I don't need him to hit 20 home runs. You go out there and hit 300 and then hit me, I don't know, 20 doubles. All right, let's have a conversation there. Okay, get on base, maybe swipe some bags, set the table for the guys behind you, in front of you.
Be a good defender.
Yeah, just go out there and just play ball.
Really
Right,
simple stuff.
but like now you're in a spot where
I gotta go to bed, so
you're there,
I'm out.
so,
Yep, we're good.
yeah, that's it. Done.
Done. All right, hold on.
Done. I'm good. Just resetting the same shit. So
Yeah, we're out. See you guys next week. Love yous.